welcome to Owensville High School Gymnasium, where we will be having the home basketball game here, Four Rivers Conference game against St. James High School. I'm going to have to pop off the mic here for just a second. It looks like the band is coming up here. I think they're on the wrong side. So we've got Peyton Pendleton. He's following the action for you. He's got the camera. He'll be following the game. This is the JV game right now. As you can see, the score is 6-7 in favor of St. James, and I will be right back.
Hi, Peyton.
Hi, Ethan.
I don't think we're live right now. I think he has us muted.
No, we're going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, I'm used to like doing stuff like this because we in Intro TV Studios we have our podcast. We have our
So
own
they're
podcast.
actually, aren't they changing the name of that next year? They're like Digital Essentials, because I'm trying to take that.
No, you do not want to take Digital Essentials.
I want to try and take TV Studio, Intro to TV Studio.
Yeah.
Well, the counselor told Garrett that it was like Digital Essentials.
Did you already go to your counselor's meeting?
No.
I'd ask her about it just to see what she says because whatever I took Digital Essentials freshman year, and it was not Intro TV Studios because that's what I thought it was.
Is it like Miss Cramey?
Yeah. But see, I don't think I'm gonna take actual TV studios till my senior year. Just so that way I can get most of my stuff done.
Yeah, no kidding. I got all my missing assignments in today.
Yep. Seems like they're getting ready to play again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. How did it go, Peyton and Ethan? I really just threw you into the fire right off the bat.
You know, I think it's been pretty good.
Okay.
So far.
We are very lucky tonight. The OHS band is actually going to be up here with us. This is their first. They start coming to games once we go to conference games. So the gym will have a whole different atmosphere tonight with the OHS band up here as well. So at this point, Peyton, I would go ahead and get down right there. Leave it right there. So that way they can see the entire side of the court that we're on. We got both of the wings. That's the shot right there. Now, obviously, once they get it past the wall, you follow them, but you got it.
Yeah.
On this camera, we've got the wonderful, the handsome
Yay.
Ethan Bruce.
I don't know, Mr. T.
All right, there we go. Follow it. Perfect, Peyton. We got a new crew tonight. Well, Ethan's helped us out a lot. He's been on the floor doing the wireless cams but this is his first night up here with us on the stationary cams and on the mics.
You know, I would have been able to help out a lot more, but a lot of times whenever we're doing podcasts and stuff, I always have like wrestling meets or
right
stuff.
And that's good. I'm glad that you're involved here at OHS. As you see, the Dutch girls get a 3 off, a little bit long on that one. Again, for anybody that's just tuning in, this is JV action here at the Owensville High School Gymnasium between bitter rivals, Owensville and St. James. I say rivals, but they're actually really good friends with each other as far as they've had a good relationship over the years. St. James has done a lot to support Owensville in different various ways, but it's always competitive. These two teams are always competitive with one another, and we've seen that for the last, probably 5 or 6 years within conference play. It's always been Owensville and St. James, and this year's really it's just like the last few. This is going to really probably come down, in my opinion, to these two schools and probably Union, from what I've heard. Now, traditionally, it is Owensville and St. James, so we'll see how it turns out. But this is a really impactful game for these girls tonight.
I don't get how they do it, Mr. T. I play, football and wrestling.
Right.
I just don't know how they just run up and down the court like that. It seems like to me.
You gotta get tired of something.
Yeah. It's like running the pacer.
But Piper drinks 40 gallons of water a day.
Yeah. So here's the answer, Peyton. Depending on what sport you're playing, that depends on how you train and how you prepare for it. So they prepare differently than what you would prepare.
Yeah.
So, like right now, Ethan, this would be a great time for me to go to your camera because there's a stoppage in play. You could zoom in on any of our players, the student body, anything you want, and it's probably a little bit more, even more zoom. There you go. There we go. As you can see, Lily Barker, she's going to be the one inbounding in here. Those are the kind of views I try to give the viewers at home whenever I'm doing the video switch.
Yeah, I get that. Double guarded. What is she supposed to do there?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
So here's another time. There's a stoppage in play. This is where I'd want to go to your cam. We're going to get this down, ladies and gentlemen, because we always try to have it down by the time we get to the varsity game, and he's doing a good job.
Who is varsity playing tonight?
It's St. James. So it's St. James. So the only other thing, see here as the Dutch girls working around, then you can just leave it right there, Peyton. We have a little bit of a different scoreboard setup because we're actually set up on a different side of the gymnasium tonight.
Yeah, I realized that today.
I tried to set up in a way to avoid being on the same side as the band, but there's a little miscommunication. So if you hear us rocking out up here at some point, that is courtesy of the Owensville High School band as the St. James Lady Tigers get ready to cross half court here with there we go, Peyton. So probably want to be right about there as the St. James gets that one to go. And then you always want to be ahead of the play. So like right here, I'll show you. Like they're moving this way. They're not going to be going back anymore. So I'm all the way down here because you don't want to miss the action, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a challenge though. I mean,
but I mean, what we got to do for classes like your intro to TV studios and
right.
TV studio stuff.
So the only other thing I would tell you as well, Ethan, is I would use this zoom up here because it's a little bit more palatable at home. If you do the other one, it's a little too jerky. There you go. You can kind of get more of a gradual zoom that way, and it's not so aggressive looking. And then right there, Peyton, you could just leave it right there. But anyways, like I was saying, we have a little bit of a different scoreboard setup tonight. Usually I have the one that's got all the fouls and points on it, but we're on a different side of the gymnasium tonight. And I'm using the video board scoreboard, so the top of that is cut off, obviously. And that's what we got. We do have some more help coming later tonight. I know we've got potentially Piper Meyer is going to come help with a video camera. And then we also have Granite Miles.
I actually just seen him. We were he was playing D&D out there, and I was talking to him.
Yep. So again, I would just, once you get to this end of the court, Peyton, I would literally, until it goes back up, you just leave it right there.
Hi, Logan. Logan Kiesling's behind us.
Oh, Logan Kiesling. We're gonna have a lot of friends up here tonight as the band is getting ready to go.
Yeah, definitely.
I know at halftime of the JV game, could I send one of you guys to the other side of the gym because the dance team is going to perform, and they're going to be performing facing that audience. I'll give you a wireless cam.
Yeah, I can go up there.
Thank you, sir. I'll probably start getting you ready for that here in just a minute then, actually.
When is it, halftime?
Yeah, so in 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
So for any of the viewers at home, you guys will get to see the OHS dance team perform their routine here in just a minute. And then this would really go for either of you guys. At this point, you could zoom in. Obviously, we're at a timeout. You could go check out our Dutch Girls timeout. You could go check out the crowd. Sometimes I like to showcase the crowd, and it looks like we have Granite Miles here now. So actually, I'll get Granite set up for that real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. Ethan and Peyton, you guys can keep the conversation going. Don't do anything to get me fired.
We'll try, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Mr.
Man,
T.
I hate when we're sitting in 8th hour intro to business.
Oh, yeah, I have in 7th hour. What?
And you be talking about some random story.
Huh? Yeah. Get out of here. Get at him. You know, I have him 7th hour, Mr. T's class, Intro TV Studios.
Yeah.
We do like our podcast every week.
Classes, 2nd hour and 7th hour?
Huh?
2nd and 7th hour, is that TV Studio?
I think so.
They're watching your cam right now, Peyton.
3.
Oh. Hey, they got it back? Darn, man.
Hit my camera.
There we go. Looks pretty good. Oh, we got the free throws.
So that is Piper Meyer. LeBron. She is LeBron.
Oh,
Now that had to hurt.
dude, it looks like they're wrestling out there.
I know. She had to hit the knees hard.
It's like this game that we play in wrestling. It's called basketball. It's basically just basketball and wrestling. So if anybody's got the ball, you just jump on him.
I know. I think we played that.
Oh, hey. Don't sleep on me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just about got the other two gentlemen that are helping us tonight. Go ahead and give them a shout out real quick. Like I said, Granite Miles is helping us out, and then he actually recruited Aiden. Aiden's going to help us out tonight. So, Granite, you guys are logged in, so when you walk over, just make sure you close the screen and then walk it over and go up on top. Make sure you put somebody in the very center like we are so you can shoot the dance. All right. To the 18 viewers that are with us currently, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said earlier, this is JV action. I want to give a quick shout-out to Majeski's Plumbing and Heating as St. James gets a 3-ball to fall for sponsoring this broadcast. We really appreciate it. It helps us be able to get the equipment to be able to do the things that we do in TV studio. Without the support, we wouldn't be able to do nearly the things we're able to do. So, again, thank you to Majeski's Plumbing and Heating for sponsoring this broadcast. All right, Dutch Girls trail by 10 with a minute left to go here in the JV game, the first half of the JV game. I believe they're playing a full JV game tonight. If you joined us expecting to see the freshman game, the freshmen did play 2 quarters prior to this starting. They didn't play a full game, just 2 quarters, but we were not able to get started with that freshman game, so which is pretty rare. We don't have a whole ton of girls freshman basketball games. Just doesn't happen very often.
Which is sad. I know. I think
Well,
we should get more opportunities to play.
It would be nice, but we have to have the enough people. So it becomes a roster issue.
Yeah.
We don't have enough basketball players. I know, I think in the freshman game, I don't even know that they had a bench. Actually, I don't know if they had anybody on the bench.
Oh wow.
And I'm going to bet for the second half of this game, they also might not have a bench because I know some of these girls dressed out for varsity as well. As Shay Abernathy gets a big 3 to fall. So right there, Ethan, I would have you follow. There you go, just like that. Shay Abernathy with a 3 there. I don't think you found Shay, but
No, I didn't.
that's okay. Dutch Girls pulled to within 7 here at the end of the half. And they're going to draw the foul, 15 on 15, actually. I do have the rosters tonight, so I will be able to call out the St. James players. So if you are looking for some information on St. James.
Back to that thing you said with the 2 quarters. That's kind of what happened. Our JV football team, because a bunch of teams that we played didn't have any people on JV.
Oh, okay.
So we only played 2 quarters.
Right. So I mean, it really comes down to a numbers thing, and that's going to do it for the first half of this JV game. As you see, Granite Miles is actually zoomed in on us. Ethan and Peyton, you're on camera right now. Give him a good wave over there. So this is the crew I've got with me on this side, and I don't know if Granite can hear me, but he's going to have an opportunity to also zoom in on the band. The band is over here just to our left. It may be we're trying to get his attention, but it looks like we are failing.
I don't know about you, Mr. T, but
there we go.
I'm kind of ready to rock out.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love the pep band. All right. We will turn our mics. I'll leave this one loud, and so they can hear the music. All right, here comes the OHS dance team.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will stay in chase. Look upon you
The Dutch Divas have recently placed second at the Ursuline Invitational and Farmington Invitational with an excellent rating. The Divas will be advancing to state on February 22nd.
You know, Mr. T, I'm kind of proud of the dance team. You know, last year
We should be. That's awesome.
last year my friend Wyatt, his sister is one of the seniors on the dance team. So I went to, and me and her friends, so I went to a lot of their dance competitions, and they've definitely improved a lot.
Yes, and they've got a lot more girls out this year, which is also really exciting. And they've had a lot of success. And we're excited to see that they're getting ready to head on to state, as Coach Kopelman just announced that over the loudspeaker as well. You got a couple angles. We got more cameras on us now than we do the floor,
Wow.
which is fine. We don't have anything really happening on the floor right now.
Ethan, what you doing, bud?
Some of the varsity girls have
I
come
want to go
out
out there and shoot a few.
to warm up a little bit, and some of the varsity St. James girls are warming up as well. So behind us, you can see over here the Owensville High School Band, and very excited to be able to have some music from them this evening. As you guys can see, what is going to make this gym very exciting here for long. There's something different. And have you guys been to many high school basketball games?
Yeah, I've been to a few.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm always think that whenever the band is here, I think it's always just that much more exciting of an environment, and it's awesome that they start coming out whenever we have our conference games start up. And for anybody that doesn't know, St. James is a member of the Four Rivers Conference, and that is why we're calling this a conference game. The conference is made up of St. Clair, the St. Clair Bulldogs, the New Haven Shamrocks, the Herman Bearcats, St. James, as I just mentioned, us, the Pacific Indians, Sullivan Eagles, and Union Wildcats. So this game is pretty critically important as far as the conference championship for the Dutch girls basketball season is concerned. And then, Peyton, why don't you go ahead and take us down there to the Dutch girls that are shooting around right now. You see some of our varsity players. You also hear the OHS band starting up. So I'm actually going to go to commercial while we have some downtime here. Enjoy this 30-second bit of the first Legends Bank ad that we have for you all.
Legends Bank is proud to be a part of this community. Legends Bank believes in supporting education and are proud supporters of your Dutchmen and Dutch girls. Your kids are our kids, and we're cheering them on through all of life's big changes. Legends Bank offers many financial tools, loans for a home, car, business, real estate, or agriculture, and offers services just like the National Bank, such as online banking through legendsbk.com, our mobile app, or in person, because we love to still see you at the bank. Legends Bank, your town, your bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your OHS band here at the Pep Band tonight,
You know,
providing the tunes.
whenever, because, Friday nights, we have the band and everything for football.
Keep going.
And what really gets me hyped before a Friday night game is whenever we're all sitting there, like, lined up, waiting for the coin flip, and the band's playing this song, because to me it feels like a song that I'm being sent into war with.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I feel you with that.
I could see that. I see the analogy for sure. Painted Black is definitely a classic, and it's a song that is played so often at sporting events. You hear it at sporting events a lot. Ethan, it looks like his cam is down here on the visiting St. James Lady.
I have, for football, I have my own playlist that has, like, a bunch of rock music on it, so that way I can get hyped before a football game.
Heck yeah. I used to do the same thing. I think that's probably pretty common with anybody involved in sports. We will, how about we do this, guys? I'm going to take my headset off real quick and mute us and just capture some of the band while they're playing. We got 3 minutes and 5 seconds before we get back into the second half of the JV game. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys got to help me out in the chat tonight because this is the first time we've ever been in a position we are on the same side as the band. So I don't want to blast you guys out, but I want to make sure that you guys can hear everything. I went to my phone there, and I felt like I could hear pretty well. So still got a minute left here until the half is ready to go. We got the fight song now. Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting the full experience here tonight. Fight song, this is what high school athletics is all about. Get a little bit of everybody involved. Alicia McDaniel says, it sounds great. Thank you for filming. Thanks a lot, Alicia. I appreciate the input because I have no way of really knowing how good it sounds from up here. I know it's a lot of noise in a small area, so I am doing the best I can. And again, if anybody has any information for us in regards to what they're seeing and things like that, as we got Peyton heading down, you can go to the floor now too if you want, Granite.
What channel should I be on?
Let's just go with 12. All right, we are back underway here in this second half as St. James gets a 3 off. Here is the first shot of the quarter. What a body foul here on St. James. Number 2, Adeline Richardson.
Do you want one of us to stay up there?
That's fine. Or you guys could both go into these corners over here. It's completely up to you, Granite.
Okay.
All right, so like I said, we've got a full crew tonight. Very helpful as we got Kylie Reed down on the floor trying to fight for that ball. It's going to be poked away, and it's going to lead to a easy opportunity on a layup for St. James. They don't get the first to go, but they get their own rebound. They're able to get the second to go. All right, looks like we have turnover here by the Dutchman. Almost said Dutch down. What the heck does that mean? Oh, sorry, I had you guys muted. You're back now.
Yeah, I don't know what Dutch down means, Mr. T.
Yeah, I don't think it means anything. I think it means I have no clue what I'm talking about here. Dutch girls come away with the basketball here. We're trying to get some more stuff set up here for the varsity game, but the gymnasium is starting to fill up here, ladies and gentlemen.
Rebound or layup?
There you go. You can look right there, Peyton.
3.
There you go. A 3-ball off by number 1, Jenna Breedlove, who's making her first return from injury tonight.
I don't know if you've seen it, Mr. T, but since I've been up here, Kylie Reed's been running that ball down the court the whole time.
Yeah, I think Kylie Reed, between Kylie Reed and Abby Colascio, I think they're probably the guards, so they probably do a lot of the bringing the ball up the floor for sure.
And they're good at it.
Jenna gets.
That's why they are.
That's right. Also, for us to be able to hear you a little bit better, Ethan, you have to bring your mic somewhere kind of like how I have it here.
Hey, make sure it's 2 fingers away.
That's what we do. We do 2 fingers. There we go. Perfect. All right. Abby Q gets the ball inbounded here to Kylie Reed, number 2. Ooh, poked away by a good defensive play there by number 2 for St. James, which is Ms. Adelie Richardson. She's a
No, put it back.
sophomore here at OHS. Or not OHS, at St. James. Kylie inbounds the ball there to Lily Barker.
She's good at playing basketball, too. I've seen her in her games.
Absolutely. Q gets the ball, the 3 off, and she gets
What
it.
a 3!
All right, and so after a bucket is made, Ethan, your job is to zoom in on the person that made the bucket. And again, Peyton, once it gets down there, you just want to get in this spot about right here and just leave it. That makes it.
3s for 3s, Mr. T. Seems like the Dutch girls are picking up the pace.
All right, Dutch girls take it down to a single-digit game, but then they unable to get that as Kylie Reed was trying to draw the charge.
Seems like the Dutch girls are picking up the pace.
Looks like Vivi Parsons with that basket for the Lady Tigers.
Oh, my.
Turnover here is going to lead to a 3-ball from number 2 from St. James. That would be Adelie Richardson. She's unable to get that to go. McDaniel, grandparents supporting Dutchman. Great job, Lorelei. Great job cheering. Could you do me a favor, Mr. Bruce? Anytime somebody gives a shout-out in the chat, I always try to show whoever it is they're talking about. Could you go over to the cheerleaders and zoom in for me real quick? All right. Cheerleaders are getting ready to get things going here. And on the screen right now, Ms. Deborah McDaniel and Alicia McDaniel is Ms. Lorelei, kind of right in the middle of the screen right now, actually. We've got a great cheer squad this year as the band's getting ready to get started here again. We'll let them take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, the band is here to have some fun this evening. And so are the cheerleaders. And so are we. We got the whole gang. The whole gang's here. Oh, man. Nothing like some high school sports and activities. Appreciate that. And I got to turn my fellow commentators up here.
I think one of the most hyped days that OHS has is definitely football homecoming.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like both homecomings are usually pretty good. So again, once you get down here, Peyton, for a viewer's sake, it's just super easy for them to view it if it just stays.
I kind of wish for basketball they kind of do what they do with football with, like, you know, like the big pep rally and stuff like that.
Oh, we'll have a pep rally. That's what we do that every year for basketball, for homecoming. All right, Kylie Reed works it up the floor here. Finds Abby Colosio. And a Piper Meyer down below the basket. Kylie Reed with a 3-ball. She's just a little bit short. Good tip there by Piper Kelling, though. Tips it back to Audrey Colosio, who gets the bucket to fall, and now Ethan would
Audrey.
zoom in.
Oh. Where is she? There she is.
Abby Colosio with that bucket. So normally, Ethan, what I would try to do is after the bucket is made, I would immediately want to go to your cam. So you want to try to get to them. It is tough. Not easy. We definitely got several views for you guys this evening. Kind of interesting setup we have right now with the way things are.
Yep.
As St. James is a little bit long on that shot. Number 2, Adderley gets the ball off. She's a little bit long. But St. James keeps coming down with her own rebounds, making it hard on these Dutch girls. And another one. Trying to swap around to some different camera angles here, see what it looks like. So I would zoom in there. Number 2, Adderley Richardson with that. And maybe, I guess that's probably a little too zoomed in. I guess a little zoomed out because that makes it really hard to follow. Dutch girls work up the floor, and then you can leave it right. Well, got a turnover here. It's going to stay with St. James. So as you can see, we've got Granite Miles operating this camera here. He keeps, he's always zooming around the gym to see what we can find. Right now you see the OHS band. And we've got Aiden Fay. He's operating this camera for us in another corner of the gym. I've got Mr. Peyton Pendleton on the camera that you'll see mostly tonight. And then Ethan Bruce on our zoom-in camera that you'll see throughout the evening as well. Shout out to all these guys for making this possible. It would be impossible to do this without all the help, that's for sure. All right, St. James comes away with another steal here as the Dutchmen's currently Dutch girls trail by 11. And it looks like they're going to head to the line here to shoot 2, those Lady Tigers.
Ethan, if it wasn't for Mr. T saying something during 7th hour, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, okay.
I'd probably be at home.
Yeah, we had people signed up for tonight, and we had some that weren't able to come, so we changed it up.
Huh?
As St. James was able to get the first one to go. See Granite right now. He looks like he's walking through the halls. I'm not sure where Granite is going. It is always interesting to see a different perspective here. Our wireless cams are working pretty well through this brick wall. Usually the brick wall kind of kills those cams, but Granite must be making his way to a different part of the gymnasium. You see the Mrs. Aubuchon, she's working the front counter here. All right. Back to the game here. Yeah, foul on Kylie Reed is going to send St. James back to the line here, trying to build upon their 14-point lead here in the third quarter. Again, for anybody that just popped in, we are currently viewing the JV game, and we will switch over to the varsity game here as soon as this is over. There'll be like a 10-minute period where varsity will warm up, and then that is what you will see after the JV game as Kylie Reed works her way up the floor of the basketball. There you go, right. Nope. Right about there. That's where we want. All right, Piper Meyer at the top of the key here. On the floor here for the basketball. I do want to check and see if our replays are working before we get to the varsity game. I think I took a replay of Abby Qualaccio 3 earlier. Let's see if that worked out here for us. Always try to test all these things out before we get to the varsity game to make sure that we are good to go. And yeah, so they found Q in the corner, and Q was able to hit that big 3 ball for the Dutch girls. Back to action here, and you can leave it right there, Peyton.
Oh.
A block on Piper Kelling as St. James brings it back up the floor. For anybody maybe checking this out years down the road, a few things that are going on currently as St. James gets another bucket to go is, well, it is Monday, February 10th, 2025 right now. It's the date this game is taking place. We had some warm weather earlier in February. It's starting to cool off again, and Ethan, and we got a jump ball here as Piper Kelly was able to get the rebound and fight for the jump ball. It's going to stay with the Dutch girls this time. But Ethan and Peyton, I'm sure you guys can attest to this. You guys are probably hoping for a snow day on Wednesday.
Yes.
No. Peyton is no snow day. Ethan is yes snow day.
Yeah, people are excited about it, but I have play rehearsal.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Hey, respect. I respect that as Jenna Breedlove tries to go up, unable to get the shot off. Got a sweet view here from Granite Miles as he's on a different side. He's on our side of the floor now, so it looks a little bit more natural.
You know, Mr. T, I was kind of sad today because I wanted baseball preseason practice tonight.
Oh, yeah, with the weather. When the weather gets bad, it's hard to play baseball outside.
But then
St. James gets their own board, gets the bucket to go as we have about 45 seconds left here in this third quarter. Go ahead.
And then whenever you said that you needed somebody for the broadcast, I was like, you know what? This is going to be fun.
Heck yeah, well, I'm glad that you're here. I thoroughly enjoy doing these broadcasts. I think they're a lot of fun. And when the varsity game gets going, not that I don't enjoy JV games, I do, but there's a different level of intensity when it comes to the varsity game every night. And the excitement in the gym changes. And like I said, have you guys ever been to a St. James Owensville girls basketball game before?
No.
You're in for a treat because I'm telling you, they're always intense.
I think I've been to one. My cousin wanted me to go with her to one, so.
Okay. Good job, Peyton. Get settled there. That's perfect. Q comes away with the ball. She brings the ball up the floor here. She finds that spot in the corner, and St. James does a good job of applying a lot of pressure, but I think Coach Kopelman now got the timeout off in time, so looks like we're going to have the band here again, so if you want to take us over, I think we're about to have a little bit of music.
Oh,
I'm going to have to be honest and say that I didn't know the name of that last tune. Somebody in the chat can help. Did you know?
Oh,
Sounds
Mr.
familiar,
T.
but I didn't catch it.
Chris called my name, so I looked at him, and he emptied his spit valve on his trombone, and there was just so much.
Yes, that is, when you play a brass instrument, for anybody that doesn't know, you are going to have that spit buildup, and it does have to be drained. That is true.
See, I liked it because 6th through 8th grade, I played the tuba, and we didn't really have to empty our spit valve.
Perfect. You don't have to empty a spit valve on a tuba?
Well, it just depends on how long you play it for.
Right. That's interesting.
And depending on what you play, because sometimes you can just turn it upside down, take your mouthpiece out and jiggle it a bit, and then it'll come out. But like after
I did not know that.
after like really long concerts and stuff, we'd empty the spit valve, get as much as we can out, and then we turn it over and shake it to get most of them.
All right. That's interesting. Need to know information. I didn't know that. Hey.
Where's Ethan going, Mr. T?
He said he has his ride, so he's got to get out of here. So I might talk with Granite and see if Granite wants to get here on the mic with us.
I have to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. I have to go use the restroom. I'll be right
All right, it's going to be a fun night with the band up here as we, during that timeout, or not in timeout, in between the third and fourth quarter, we bounce back between the cheerleaders, the band. A lot of people here in attendance tonight. Gym is relatively full, and we're going to jump back down to Mr. Payton's cam here. And it's like I'll reply to some of the stuff in the chat here. And we got Coach Kemp. Coach Kemp, you want to jump on a mic with us here? That'd be very helpful. How's it going, Coach? Well, it'd be better if I turned your mic on. There we go. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Got a fun basketball game as Q gets a 3 off and makes another one.
What a 3.
There you go.
That's her second in as many quarters. So great job, Abby Colascio.
Nice.
Go ahead and hit a replay on that.
How'd the 2 quarters of C team go?
We didn't start the broadcast until 5:30 tonight, so we did
Okay.
not catch the C team. So I'm not exactly 100% sure. Per my usual state, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get the scoreboard or the video board ready and this stuff. So I did not have that much attention paid.
Makes sense. You're a busy guy, Tyler.
Sometimes, not always.
You got a lot of irons in the.
In the fire.
Yep.
A lot of irons in the fire. Coach, how have things been for you lately? I know you're gearing up for baseball season. I had Mr. Payton here was talking about. He said he was bummed that we weren't able to have baseball this week, but with the weather, I don't know that it's a good week to have baseball to begin with.
Yeah, no, we made that decision because, one, I'm not really a fan of standing outside in a lot of cold.
Me and you both.
Yeah, so I take the notion of if I don't really want to be out there for an hour and a half, they don't want to be out there for an hour and a half.
Yes.
So we just go on the side of caution. Plus, with the weather that's supposedly coming in, it's just easier to not get anybody's hopes up, so we don't have to change anything last minute.
That's true. That's true. And I'm sure a lot of parents definitely appreciate that too, especially those that have to drive and everything.
Absolutely.
For sure. St. James unable to get the second one to go, but they come up with their own rebound, and they're able to get that to go.
Yeah, baseball's coming up here in just a couple weeks.
Pitchers and catchers report tomorrow.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. It was a little bit of a boring Super Bowl last night.
I don't know. I really enjoyed the whole thing.
Oh, are you a Chiefs hater?
I loved watching the Chiefs get absolutely obliterated for 4 quarters.
Yes, they
great.
did. Now, I don't know if that's going to be, that might not be a popular take with all of the viewers. We have 29 right now. I'd be interested to know if that rings well with them. And speaking of the viewers, I do have some comments here I need to get back to. Jody Miles says, reply is fun. Is that the name of the song, Jody, that they were playing? Because I asked a question about what they were playing, and I couldn't quite tell. I'm wondering if the song's name was Reply. D King, All of the Queens. To be 100% honest, I say I have no clue what that means. Wyatt Lindbergh, but on a serious note, wins Dino Carter Episode 4 dropping.
That seems like something Wyatt would say.
Dino Carter Episode 4 is going to be filmed on Thursday this week. And depending on how fast we can get it edited, it'll probably be out Thursday or Friday. Good question, Wyatt.
He's always asking some sort of question.
That's true. So, like, at this point, I would try, now, Probably right there. But St. James is trying to probably just run some clock here, I'd imagine. Up 18 here in the fourth quarter with the varsity girls slated to start next. How things been going at the middle school for you, Coach?
It's good. It's hard getting back into the swing of things. Like I feel like, pretty much every Friday the month of February, I am not at school for wrestling. So
that makes sense.
It's kind of hard to get into like a rhythm because you're constantly gone.
Right.
Like there's 2 weeks ago where I was gone Wednesday through Friday, Wednesday and Thursday because I was sick, and then Friday we were gone for wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying there. As the Dutch girls work it up the floor, it is challenging whenever you're not able to get in that groove.
But no, it's been going good.
Good. Got about 4.5 minutes left here in this JV action. I feel like this is one of the busier nights of the year so far, Coach, as far as fans in the stands go.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars in the parking lot.
Yes. St. James gets another bucket here.
But, I mean, I think that always happens whenever you got a good team at home, plus you bring in another typically really good team for the away side. So you got two really good teams about to play varsity-wise.
Right. Yeah, this is always a competitive matchup. That's what I was telling Peyton earlier. I said, he should expect a good game here. I've never seen one that wasn't competitive.
Yeah, I think both teams like to get the ball up the floor fast, so Peyton, you better be paying attention, bud. Be ready to swivel that camera around.
Yes. Yeah, that is true. I always do think that the varsity games are a little bit easier to follow than JV games for whatever reason. I feel like there's less, weird stuff that happens. Less,
I think it's just more
turnovers.
Fluid. Yeah.
So for a cameraman, I do think that it is a little bit easier as Ava Schulte gets the steal here, works it up the floor, then she's going to get fouled by number 23, which is actually not on the roster here that I see. Actually, I lied. Number 23 is Mike Nunnery.
That's boys. No, that's girls. Okay.
That's right, because we do have the St. James boys basketball team coming in tomorrow night to play our varsity boys basketball team, which we are planning to broadcast that as well as Ava Schulte gets a 3 to fall. All right, again, to the 33 viewers, I try to make mention of it several times throughout the evening, especially in these early goings of the JV game and things like that. Special shout out to Majeski's Plumbing and Heating for sponsoring this broadcast tonight. Sponsored a few broadcasts for us this year, and we're very, very appreciative as it helps our program grow.
Palacio there with a steal and going to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Abby's done a great job this year, not only on the floor but in the classroom. One of the really bright students here at OHS. Very lucky to have her at OHS. So wrestling season, I assume middle school wrestling is over, right, Coach Kemp?
Yeah, that ended in December.
Okay.
But a lot of the middle school kids went over to Kids Club, which is practicing right now.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, they practice on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 5:45 to 7:30.
Abby visits the bank on that second free throw, and the bank was open. I think Abby got both of those free throws to fall there.
I believe so. I think it was 21 to 38.
And then I was looking at sports calendars this morning because I'm a nerd, and it looks like our Dutch girls wrestling team has districts this week, right?
Yes. Yep.
I guess the boys are a week later.
Yeah.
So the boys have any meets left before?
They do not.
So it's basically 2 weeks of prep, basically, for districts.
Yep.
Okay. Julia Barker gets a 3 all, but it looks like it got blocked there. It's going to be a turnover by St. James. So they feed it back down to Lily Barker, who gets it up, but unable to get it to fall. It's going to stay with the Dutch girls after a scrum for the ball there. I'm trying to find the exact right spot here, Peyton. I'm having trouble finding the right zoom. I think that's That's close to where I would probably have it.
I don't know if you were in here earlier, Coach Kemp, but it looked like they were playing basketball.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was not in here earlier. Whenever I walked straight in and then straight up here. I went home and had some Dino Nuggets before I came.
Very adult move.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes a good Dino Nugget is all you need.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
true. Sometimes if it hits a spot, it hits a spot, right? All right, we got 1 minute and 55 seconds left here in this JV action as the St. James Lady Tigers lead 40-23. Again, following this game, it'll be about a 10-minute break where the girls will come out and warm up, and then we will have the varsity game as St. James gets another bucket under the basket. Shea Abernathy inbounds it to Miss Abby Qualaccio. Which, if you followed the Dutch girls' run to state last year, you might remember another Qualaccio. That would be Audrey, who's currently at Maryville University. This is her little sister. So some things change and some things stay the same, Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Coach Howard? Let me.
Oh, great.
Yes, let me. I'm going to actually give you this headset. I'm going to come back. Coach Kemp, you show Coach Howard the ropes. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, great.
What's up, Coach?
This
What's
will be
up?
fun.
How are you?
Checking out some girls' basketball.
Yeah.
He's got this thing nice and warm. I probably shouldn't do that.
Oh, Coach Howard.
He must have got the memo from football season that I like my headsets warm.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have too many games where our headsets were cold.
That's a fact.
That was nice.
Jump ball.
Looks like possession's going to stay with St. James there. Peyton said earlier the JV game looked like they were playing a little bit of basketball.
Yeah. That's always a good thing. Good physical basketball.
Yeah. Claudia here bringing up the floor.
It's amazing how people can keep up with these numbers and names during a game.
Oh, I know.
Great defense.
I'm struggling right now because a lot of them are freshmen, and I'm over at the middle school, so I don't see many of the freshmen.
Yeah.
I believe that's Shea Abernathy with the three just off.
Yep. She hit one earlier.
Yeah, she did.
Nice.
Good defense there. Shea with a steal.
About 10 seconds left here.
Is that Jenna Breedlove?
Yep.
Jenna
Oh,
Breedlove
the
with a
foul.
three. Now she's going to go to the line and shoot three. We got 7.4 seconds left. Dutch girls are down 23-44.
This is a girl that's extremely athletic that I'm glad it's back playing basketball.
Yeah, I think there's a few of them that are really athletic that are back to playing basketball right now this year.
It's really good.
Yeah,
We got too many kids walking around that are athletic that aren't doing things.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see them back.
absolutely. Love to see people get involved. Ooh, goes 2 for 3 there.
Got the ball back.
Colossia with a three. Looks like just short. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Oh, time's out.
right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you could hear what was just said by the new PA speaker. Granted, if you want to zoom in there for us, Coach Dave said that this is a check presentation from Citizens Bank. I didn't catch, guys. Did you guys hear what this is for?
They didn't say. They said it was just two. Oh.
The Dutchman and Dutchgirls David since 2012.
All right, so I didn't really get everything there. I know that's
Glenn's having a little bit of a mic problem, but
I'll probably be down there
he
next.
said the check presentation was happening since 2012, so I guess it's something that happens every year, maybe?
Overall,
Maybe so.
Citizens
Here
Bank
we go.
donated approximately $35,000 to the
Wow.
Gaston County R2 School District.
I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah, a little over $35,000 since 2012 in donations from Citizens Bank. That's super,
It's a lot of
super
money.
beneficial and very, very much appreciated. Thank you, guys.
I'm not great at math, but I know that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. That is for sure. So thank you. And I think we're about to have some sort. I see Anthony Reams down here. I saw a bunch of the youth basketball players in the community. I think they're about to have a presentation of our Booster Club basketball.
Ooh, I like it.
I coached some of those girls in cross country, and they were giving me a hard time out there. I felt harassed, man.
If it is the sixth grade, specifically the sixth grade girls, I coached them over the summer in the weight room, and they are a fiery bunch. They get after it.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're
They get after
competitive.
everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's great. They're just they're competitive, and they don't. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
But they'll let you have it. That's for sure.
They're a great group, though. Great group.
Yeah, the sixth grade girls, that's Kennedy Reams and all of those girls. Kayla
Ella,
Niederer,
yeah.
Ella, yep.
Jolie Vandergriff. Yep.
Those girls tore it up in cross country this year. Man, they were good.
Yeah,
but you're right. They just get after it, and they if you give them direction, they run with it.
Oh yeah, 100%. We made it back. It would have been 2 weekends ago. We were at Fort Zumwalt South, and they were playing in the championship game of the Owensville tournament, and ended up winning. They beat Stillville for the championship, so that was cool to watch.
As Mr. Payton has just panned over to the varsity squad, you see the varsity squad. They're basically waiting, I think, for the presentation of this Booster Club ball deal, and maybe they're trying to fix a microphone. I'm not sure what's going on down there right now, if I'm being 100% honest. But, Coach Howard, you had, who is D. King? D. King 93, if you could let me know. They said they were excited to see you, Mr. Howard. Nice to hear from you.
I wonder who that is.
I have no clue. And then Wyatt's Train World, Wyatt Lindbergh. Carter is in my class, and he tells me about the next episodes. Carter is so excited about Dino Carter episodes. I'm excited that Carter's excited, if I'm being honest.
I've only caught one episode, but I'm already hooked.
I got to tell you, it's hilarious. Carter writes a script, right? He writes a whole script, and we come in and we film that in one lunch period, the whole thing.
Wow.
Yes. And he knows what he wants to say. He's very, very prepared, and he knocks it out. And, I've heard a lot of great things about it. I think they've been very excited. So
You should see Carter during 7th hour. He'll come in there and Ricky will chase him around the classroom.
hey, can you follow these people walking in here? All right. So it looks like this is the sixth grade squad of Booster basketball girls here in Owensville right now.
Mm-hmm.
See them all walking in here.
Kennedy Reams, Alexis Christensen, Lexi Reagan, Ellie Albright. Head coach is Anthony Reams, assistant coach Jimmy Moody.
That's a coaching crew right there.
I bet that's a fun group to be around. All right, so there are your sixth grade Dutch girl booster basketball players. Just a few short few short years from being here at high school themselves. What I like seeing, I know you guys will probably agree with this, I love to see these girls in the stands watching the high schoolers.
100%.
They're at a lot of games.
Yes, they are. They do come to a lot of games.
I think that has a lot to do with their parents. Their parents are if you see the girls here, most of their parents are here as well, and that's huge for athletics. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah. We hear so much about building a culture, and that's the kind of stuff that we're talking about.
That 6th grade group, I know for sure, was at, whenever they were 5th graders last year, we're at, for sure, the last probably 5 games, all the playoff games for the Dutch Girls state run last year.
Well, I know
every single one of them.
I know they had a suit at Mizzou Arena, so.
Yeah.
They did. That's right.
They got hooked up.
Yeah.
There's another familiar face to the girls basketball community here in town. Adam Daniels, his daughter, is on the 7th grade team, and if you follow Dutch girls basketball, you probably know that Emma Daniels, 5th grade basketball team. Okay. My apologies. If you follow...
Bradley.
No, that was 5th grade. Oh, I said 7th. My apologies.
D. King is Bradley Mounts. He's in my first hour.
Oh, okay.
Good guy.
He's giving you a shout-out.
Real good guy.
Hey, who won the standoff, by the way?
I did. They actually forgot.
I got to know about this standoff.
Okay,
what are we talking about?
as soon as So what happened was, it was a few weeks ago. There was a delay in the Pledge of Allegiance, and so what happened was we were all standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I told my first hour that, hey, we got to hold strong, right? We got to stay up and wait for this. So we stood up there. It was well over a minute. So then I put the challenge out there. I asked them if they ever seen any baseball games. That was me.
Oh.
Any baseball games where they do the standoff for the national.
Oh yeah.
So I said we're doing it, and they all forgot, and I won. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's become a more popular thing in baseball. It really ticks umpires off.
Oh yeah.
We try to do a couple of the guys last year. I think Lane Evans and Landon Crane. We tried to do it last year, and they immediately got shut down by the umpires. Like it was maybe 10 seconds.
Just no fun.
That's hilarious.
It was immediately get going.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, if one of you guys wants to go to the video board now, this is the Dutch girls hype video that they enter the floor to. It features a lot of the shots from their playoff run last year. That was so exciting, where they ended up 4th in the state of Missouri.
That was really fun to go to.
You aren't kidding. That game in particular, that one was wild.
Aurora, yeah. That one, there's a lot of energy in that one.
In St. James, I'm sure that's not something they're foreign to. They know about deep playoff runs in basketball. They've been part of quite a few themselves. And here comes your Owensville Dutch girls basketball squad here on the first Four Rivers Conference home game of the season against their bitter rival, the St. James Lady Tigers. In some ways, it feels like the Dutch girls are getting a little bit more healthy this year, as we saw Jenna Breedlove get back into the action of the JV game. I know they're excited to have her back, but we haven't gotten to have Addie Mins for quite a while. I know that they definitely miss her presence down low, but from the Dutch girls side of things, we do have 5 seniors this year. Addie Mins, who you will not see on the floor tonight, but you will see Ms. Allie Daniels. You'll see Ms. Cameron Caldwell, Ms. Cameron Novak, and also Bryn Wright. Coach Howard, we haven't gotten to have you on a broadcast much, so one of the things that I like to do is we like to zoom in on our basketball players as they're warming up, and as Peyton does a good job of finding our senior girls basketball players and pops them up on screen, then you'd be able to say a few things about them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Peyton, go find us one of the senior girls basketball players and follow them around as they warm up. as
I'll do my best, Mr. T.
little slow on the trigger. Here we go.
I'll do my best.
Whenever you said that, he looked at me like,
I got to do something fast.
I don't know any.
This is Peyton's
There you
first
go.
night. There you go. There's a
Cam-
senior. Stay on her.
Cam Novak. In my opinion, I think she's probably one of the better athletes out of this whole senior class. She's extremely athletic. She's very competitive whenever it comes that time, and she's really figuring out the games I've got to watch. She really has kind of become a really big role model for this team.
Absolutely. One thing and you can go ahead and go to the next girl, Peyton, if you can find a senior out there. One thing about this senior class and really the whole girls basketball team,
There
just
you go.
great students that are
You're on Bryn. Stay with Bryn.
great students at our school too.
100%. I mean, if you've seen it, they got the Schaefer scholarship.
The whole team, basically.
The whole team did. Bryn Wright, you want to talk about somebody who's kind of paid their dues, just constant injury year after year, and finally being back. And if you talk to Coach Van Leer, that's a huge part of their team right now is Bryn. The intensities she brings, the competitiveness she brings. She's just a baller. She just gets out and goes after it, and that's what you need.
Absolutely. I know you've gotten to work with her in track a little bit too, right?
Yeah, and she's fearless. It takes a little bit of talking to her, but she's a fearless athlete. She goes and puts herself out there. I've seen it in track. She did it in cross country with that run that the cross country team made this year. And just to see a three-sport athlete like that, you got to make her run. So
100 miles an hour, everything she does.
yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the ones, and her and Cameron Novak, it's cool that Peyton picked up both of them first. I feel like when I watch a Dutch girls basketball game, both of those girls are always around the ball on defense. They're always the ones picking up loose balls. They're on the floor. They're doing whatever they can to help their team.
Absolutely, and that's those are real athletes whenever they can find the ball like that.
Absolutely.
Let's
Peyton,
find the next one, bud.
oh, you're actually on one right there. That's Miss Cameron Caldwell. What do you got to say about that one, Coach Howard?
Cam Caldwell is probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet face to face. She is always positive, always having a great time, always has a smile on her face. But she is just an absolute sniper playing basketball. It is insane. It is crazy whenever she gets on her runs of making threes. I don't get to watch much basketball, but it's hard for me to believe there's too many more girls that can shoot better than that in the state of Missouri. So,
Coach Kim, how do you want to follow that up?
Cam, I spent a lot of time with Cam. She's, like he said, she's just an amazing person. Super nice. Never has anything bad to say about anything. Is always finding the positive in something. Always trying to uplift others.
Absolutely. I got the pleasure of getting to have her in 7th grade math, and for a semester, that was the COVID year, but absolutely brilliant in the classroom. Got to travel with her with DECA for several years, and just a really fun, positive kid here at OHS that does great, and you're going to hear us call her name a lot tonight. And anytime she's got the ball beyond the arc, if she's got any space at all, she needs to put that thing up there. All right, Peyton, we got one more senior left that's on the floor right now. Can you find her? She's closer to a bench, the St. James bench. She is close. Up the line.
right there.
Left.
She's top of the
Your other left.
Top of the
Right
key.
there. She just got the pass.
There we go.
There we go. Stay on her.
Allie Daniels. In the fine words of both Coach Van Leer's, Allie is an absolute dog. She is relentless. It is actually crazy. I've made this comment, and this is no knock at Allie at all. She plays basketball like a guy, and she goes out with intensity. She goes after the ball. She's always driving. And she's just one of those added athletes that you put in the spotlight, and she shows up. Just a fun story. I got to coach her, Emily Waymeyer, and Mackenzie Eccles. They took 4th in the 4x1 last year in state, and Allie's one of those girls that came on late. And, I tested her day after day in practice, and she just took it. She figured it out, and she just went and laid it out there for her team, and that's just who she is. She's just an absolute dog.
I will echo what you said there. She is one of the tougher athletes I've had the pleasure of getting to know here at OHS, and one of my favorite stories. And aside from she's a great student in the classroom, great student in the hallways, but when you made the comment of she plays basketball like a guy, I think she's just so intense.
100%.
Whenever I have a freshman class this year that has most of the girls' basketball team that are freshmen in it, I was asking them, how's practice going? How are things going? And they was like, man, I'm afraid of Allie at practice. She's intense. She means business every day. And she expects us, she holds everybody accountable. Like, when she's at practice, she expects everybody to be given 100% and then having a quality practice, which, as a coach, man, that's the kind of leader you want. If the players can hold themselves accountable, then you've got a good chemistry on the team.
Absolutely.
Coach Kim?
Also, a lot of times it means more coming from a player than a coach.
Absolutely.
As far as accountability. I mean, Allie is one of the all-time athletes here. She's good at everything she does. She's a great three-sport athlete. I mean, she does everything. Like Coach Howard said, when the lights come on, it never seems to be too bright.
No.
She always rises to the occasion. The moment's never too big for Allie. And that's the same with like a lot of these senior girls that we've talked about so far. These girls show up each and every single day, whether it be a practice, a shoot around, a game, a big game, a low game. They just attack everything that gets put in front of them.
Absolutely. I think that's a pretty good summation there. And I think we would be remiss if we didn't go touch base on the last senior. Peyton, if you could go. She's under the hoop right now. She's not dressed out. Miss Addie Menz there in the orange and black jacket. She's a senior here at OHS, also a recent recipient of the Schaefer Scholarship. So congratulations to Addie as well. Have you guys gotten the opportunity to have Addie in class before?
You know, I have had 0 of these basketball girls in class. But that's just because I'm out in the ag building, so I don't see very many of them very often. But just my interactions with her, she seems to always be in a great mood. She's always doing. Every time I see her, she's always doing something. And if you want to, what's the best way to put this? The best people that I enjoy being around are the ones that always find something to do. You never see them standing around bored, and I really appreciate whenever young people are constantly busy. It's a hard thing to come by.
Yes. And Addie is another one who's constantly volunteering and trying to help out with different things here at OHS. One thing I will note about Addie is she was one of the major spikers on the girls volleyball team in the fall time. And I know that is her favorite sport. And she was a 4-year volleyball athlete and just came back out for basketball this year after having taken a couple of years off. She's battling some knee issues right now, and I know that she wants to be out there with her teammates, and hopefully she's able to before the end of the season. But regardless, luckily to have her here at OHS. Coach Kim?
Yeah, I mean, Addie's favorite sport is volleyball. There's no doubt about that. But like they said, she's always doing something. She's super active in the student body and the after-school activities. I really wish she didn't tear her ACL, I believe her freshman year.
Yep.
Because she would have been a beast
in volleyball.
And I think she would have played basketball because I think she was just really scared of hurting it again.
Yep.
And ruining her season for her volleyball. So I really wish that she wouldn't have done that because I think that she would have just absolutely dominated the last 4 years, especially with her height and her athleticism.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw her very early in the season really start to get really comfortable and started looking really good really early in the season. So just imagine that for playing a couple more years. I mean, she would have been a force to be reckoned with down low for sure.
Absolutely. We're lucky to have a solid group of senior Dutch girl basketball players to really lead the way, not only for the girls on the team this year, but like we saw before the game started, all of those booster club girls that are, they're going to find their way here to the high school here before a long time. Time goes by so darn fast, it'll feel like they're up here in no time at all.
You literally could not handpick a better group of girls to lead your program.
Oh, yeah.
You could not.
Yeah.
And even even going back to last year, the seniors last year on the girls basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
You could not handpick a better group to lead your basketball team the last couple of years. It's wild.
That's absolutely true. Peyton, why don't you take us over to the St. James side real quick? One of my favorite things about St. James, and I've heard from the players that St. James hates their warm-up pants. I'm 100% on the other side of it. I think the warm-up pants are dope.
That's a reference to like the Indiana Hoosiers, correct?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
It also has got a little bit of like a Harlem Globetrotters feel to it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. So a couple things that I will say about St. James is, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the broadcast, I say that we're bitter rivals, and we are. They're probably our biggest rival, especially in the last 5 years when it comes to girls basketball, because it's just been so competitive all the way back to the days when, Anna Finley was playing basketball for the Dutch girls in that group. But their head coach has had quite the illustrious career at St. James, taking girls to many district championship titles and state runs and things like that. But we talk about the competitiveness, but there's also that sportsmanship piece of it there with St. James as well. During our senior night a few years ago, they brought gifts for our Dutch girl basketball players. They did not have to do that, but I think it's a sign of respect when you have two teams that are both really good. They go out and they compete hard against one another, but they also respect one another.
And that respect probably comes from them seeing each other multiple times throughout the year, where it's just one of those things where they're always there and it's always neck and neck. They almost always find themselves in the same district or in matching up districts, so they're playing, maybe in the next round or something like that. So rivalries do that to teams where it brings them closer in the end.
Absolutely, and speaking to piggyback off what Coach Howard said, the Dutch girls did run into the St. James Lady Tigers once earlier this year, and that was in the Sullivan People's Classic Bank Tournament. That game went into halftime tied, I believe. It was either tied or we were up by 1, and then in the third quarter, St. James came out, and they just found their groove on offense and was able to put our Dutch girls basketball team away, coming away with a double-digit victory for themselves in that game. So that's the only matchup these girls have against each other this season. However, I always like to look at scores and things like that before games, talk about records. But basketball is really a game that on any given night, if a team has a hot shooting night or a cold shooting night, it can completely sway the outcome of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to Coach Copeland today, toward the end of the day, and I was asking her about the game tonight, and she said that they did lose that game earlier in the season, but they just really had a really cold shooting night that night.
And that is 100% true. I know Bryn Wright would love to come out and having a game where she avenges that game. Bryn would tell you that she was one of the girls that was not able to get shots to fall on that particular night, but I think both coaches would agree you got to keep shooting that rock, because we've seen time and time again that Bryn can get it done, as she was also the MVP of the Norm Stewart Classic when the Dutch girls defeated the Fatima Comets at Mizzou Arena. All right, you hear the OHS band giving us the fight song. We're going to turn it over to Coach Dave Kopelman now.
Tonight's Four Rivers Conference matchup between the St. James Tigers and your Owensville Dutch Girls. At this time, please rise, and we ask that you remove your hats as the OHS band performs our national anthem.
Shout out to the Owensville High School band for that fantastic portion. Peyton, if you could go ahead and go to our Dutchman side or Dutch girl side. Granted, if you could get the St. James side. Shout out to Allie Daniels for her 1,000th career point. She hasn't been in a home game yet since that happened.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the introduction for tonight's starting lineup. First for the visitors, the St. James Tigers. Starting at guard at 5'7", sophomore, number 1, Paige Kimnitzer.
Paige Kimnitzer for St. James, number 1.
Senior, number 5, Lydia Kimnitzer.
Lydia Kimnitzer, they must be siblings.
5'8", senior, number 11, Allie Hartley.
Senior Allie Hartley.
5'6", senior, number 22, Kennedy Smith.
5'6" senior Kennedy Smith, number 22. And finally, number 30, senior 5'7", Cheyenne McDowell. That makes up.
Looks like they might be twins. Same age.
Let's meet the starting lineup.
They do look very similar. All right, I'm going to try to give Coach Dave the call here.
The 5'5" senior, number 0, Ted Caldwell. Starting at guard, the 5'6" senior, number 3, Allie Daniels. Starting at guard, the 5'7" senior, number 11, Cam Novak. Starting at guard, the 5'8" senior, number 22, Bryn Wright. And at guard, the 5'5" sophomore, number 35, Lady Moss. And coach for the Dutchgirls is going in here.
I don't know about you guys, but this place feels very tense right now.
It does.
Like the environment just feels really on edge right now.
Yeah, you definitely feel it.
I appreciate stuff like that.
Yeah. A lot of people very invested in right now what's about to happen.
All right, Peyton, if you could zoom out for us. Granite, you're going to be, hey, Granite. Remember, after a bucket, you zoom in on the player, and I'll go to your cam, okay? All right, Peyton, just like last game, got to follow the game here.
Team with the ball.
Dutch girls come away with the tip here. Allie Daniels, the floor general, calls out the first play. That first Dutch girl bucket falls tonight. I have a feeling this place is going to make a lot of noise.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we got a pretty solid student section tonight.
Yes, Cam Novak with the in-and-out three.
All the way down,
Gobbled up there by
over.
The St. James Lady Tigers as Bailey Sickman just took one for the team there for the cheerleaders. All right. So a couple no points on each first offensive possession here. The Dutch girls set up to try to take advantage of the second possession. Daniels finds Cam Novak at the top of the key, who dishes it off to Bryn Wright.
Oh, nice move, yeah! Great move there by Bryn.
Be the first points of the game for the Dutch girls. Oh, as an errant pass from number 5, Lydia Kimnitzer, senior. And I don't think they're twins because one is a sophomore, one is a senior.
Oh, my bad. I thought I saw the 2 10s. I was off one. My bad.
All right, Dutch girls look to build on their lead here. Will Johnson says, what were the final scores of the freshmen in JV games? Will, I ain't got that good of a memory, unfortunately.
3 by Bryn Wright. Quick start by Bryn here. 5 points so far.
Cue up the talk it over chants from the student section.
I think
There we go. There we go.
I think the JV game was 23-44.
That sounds pretty close.
Okay. Will, here's what I can tell you. I know the JV game, we were not able to get the victory. Aside from that, I can't tell you the exact score. It was double digits, I do believe. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the most recent replay. It's going to be that Bryn Wright 3-ball here. Bryn Wright with all 5 of the Dutch girls' points to start this thing off.
All 5 of the game's points so far.
I don't know
That's
if you
true.
guys saw that, but Zach Barsh down there is acting like a gorilla, beating on his chest.
He must, you know what? That checks out. Sounds like Zach. Zach, a very vocal member of the student section.
Glad he's using his loudness for good now.
Yes, yes. Kimnitzer works it in. unable to get the bucket to go, and the Dutch girls come away with a rebound. Bryn Wright doing a little bit of everything here in the early going.
Oh, nice dish.
Good pass by Cameron to find the other Cameron for the easy bucket on the layup. This hot start by the Dutch girls is just exactly what Coach John Van Leer had to be hoping for. You can never relax, though, against these Lady Tigers.
No. Honestly, at some point, if we can get a camera on Coach Van Leer and just watch how adamant he is coaching while the girls are on defense, and even Colin, too. I mean, they are very adamant, very into it, and they're moving.
Yeah, I can get that taken care of in just a second, Coach. 3 ball by Kennedy Smith, number 22. She's unable to get it to go.
Back of the rim.
Cameron Caldwell is the one who ends up coming down with the rebound after it bounced around a bit.
Yep, Allie's bringing the ball to the floor, swings it to Novak. Swings out to Moss at the top, over to Bryn.
And the big thing for the Dutch girls, too, is, you know, Allie and Cam Caldwell do a lot of the scoring for our Dutch girls, and you get one of those other girls hot as Bryn gets it.
Zero emotion from Bryn right here.
Yeah, she's locked in.
Zero emotion.
Good job, Granite, staying in on that camera there. Bryn Wright dialed in.
Nice
Lenny
rebound.
Moss comes down with the rebound on the miss by Lydia Kimnitzer.
Dutch girls are coming out hot right now. Tigers are trying to struggle to stay in it right now.
What I noticed, Dutch girls are really forcing those bad shots and turnovers. They're doing a great job of cutting those St. James girls off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, making it tough.
As Cam Caldwell gets the first one off, she's a little Okay, you're seeing a vast difference between the game,
nice job,
the first time they met in that championship game, because the Dutch girls couldn't get anything to go, and early on here, the Dutch girls were getting everything to go. Novak goes to find one. Oh.
Yeah, Cam banked that in, and she like
oopsied it.
Yeah, she.
All right.
Even she knows that was a little bit lucky right there. Good close out there by Bryn. 3 by 22.
Is Kennedy Smith, senior, 5'6" guard for the Lady Tigers, gets the Tigers on the board. I like the pace of this game so far.
Yeah. Like I said, I think both teams really like to move the ball up and down the floor quickly.
Nice move, Bryn.
Oh!
Just unable to convert there.
She had the right move dialed in, though. Kimnitzer over to Kennedy.
3 looks a little short.
A little long on that 3. Bryn Wright. Looks like she came down with the rebound, but then somehow got hit out by St. James. Is that right, Coach?
Yeah, I think she just got, the St. James girl got her hand in between her and Bryn's and the ball and knocked it out of her hands. It looked like Cam Ryerson checked in the game, so now we have 3 Camerons in the game. So good luck keeping that one straight.
All right, I got your Coach Van Leer cam for you.
Oh,
so that's set up now.
Just wait till he gets on. Wait till they get on defense.
Yes. Cam Ryerson getting the 3 ball off. Oh my goodness! Now the more we can get the not number 1 and 2 options involved, as we got an easy turnover here on the Tigers here. But the more we can get not the 1 and 2 option and Cam Caldwell and Allie Daniels involved in scoring, the more it opens it up for those two.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You have to keep them honest.
So if the viewers have been able to see, St. James is not giving Caldwell really any room, which I mean you really shouldn't, because I mean, as we've spoken of before, she is an absolute sniper from anywhere on the floor.
But I love to see Cameron Ryerson come out and shoot that 3 and have that confidence, because
absolutely.
If you got it, go for it.
Oh,
Cam Caldwell's got a little space.
Tipped it.
3. Oh, just a little tip.
Little deflection there.
Oh, good hustle there by Novak, but unfortunately the throw back in goes to the St. James girls. Box out, girls. Box out.
Good defense center. Wide open.
Kennedy's going to get a wide open 3, but she's also flat. Number 1, Paige Kimnitzer, is going to draw the foul. That's going to send her the line on a shooting foul.
Looks like against Ryerson was the foul.
On free throws, I'm always going to go to your cam if you want to make sure you have the shooter in the backboard end. As Paige Kimnitzer's able to block out the noise and get the first free throw to go here. You know that shooting free throws, especially on that end, Coach, with our student body,
Oh, yeah.
you got to be able to block it out.
Absolutely. Number 3 checked in for St. James.
I don't know about you, Coach Howard, but with all this yelling and stuff, it feels like a Friday night.
There we go.
Paige Kimnitzer's able to get both of the freebies to go. Cuts the Dutch girl lead to 8 points here in the first quarter.
Good move there by Allie. A little mid-range, yep. Lead for the Dutch girls back up to 10, 15-5. Oh. Dutch girls are doing a really good job on defense. St. James moving the ball really well, though.
Good defense, Cam.
Oh, good drive there by number 5 on St. James.
Cuts the lead to an 8-point lead here by the Dutch girls here with about a minute left to go in the first quarter.
Oh, good find.
Dutch girls got some good ball movement here early on, working it around the perimeter, trying to get a good shot. The Dutch girl team does shoot a lot of threes as
Nice.
Cameron Ryerson finds the cut.
Great pass by Ryerson to Caldwell right there.
Stuff like that shows me that these younger girls on the team are starting to pick up and starting to really get with the flow of things. It's going to be so important down the stretch.
It also really helped that the 2 sophomores that play a bunch in Moss and Ryerson played a lot as freshmen last year at the varsity level in that state run. So, I mean, that experience really helps.
Yeah, it's a nod to both them and Coach Van Leer for, working to get them opportunities. And he did a great job of that.
And developing them enough to get them those opportunities.
Absolutely.
5 seconds.
Ticks off here in the first quarter.
Ooh, I don't know how that wasn't a foul.
Good physical.
All right, we'll show you the most recent. We'll show you the most recent highlight here. It's going to be that find by Cameron Ryerson here at the top of the key. She's going to find Cam Caldwell on a good cut to the basket right there. Great pass. Put it right in that window where it needed to be and gets it to fall. Cheerleaders. You see Coach John Van Leer talking to the Dutch girls there after that first quarter where they lead by 10. I imagine that conversation has to be going pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think it's more stay the pace. There's a lull coming, so you gotta ride that wave. You gotta stay as even keel as you can. You can't always get up and down with the roller coaster of emotions that this game's gonna have.
Absolutely. Basketball is certainly a game of runs, and just because the Dutch girls are on a run right now does not mean that these St. James Tigers can't match it and go on the same run.
Yeah, this St. James team's really good, so you're really going to have to weather that storm wherever it comes, and then just hope that you can kind of fight it off and punch through it.
Absolutely. Coach Howard, what is your summation of the first quarter so far?
I was just kind of watching both coaches there in both teams. They're both, you can tell that these are 2 very good programs because the whole time that their coaches were talking there on the bench, every single player was locked into what they were saying. So that kind of tells you how intense they are. I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed. I know we talk a lot about the Dutch girls, but I'm really impressed with number 5. She seems like, kind of how we talk about Allie. She kind of seems like their Allie. She's very intense, always constantly moving.
Dutch girls draw in a defensive
foul number 22, Kennedy Smith. She was off the ball, so I'm going to be honest and say I didn't actually see it.
All I saw was Novak on the ground, so I'm assuming she got bowled over.
You know what? I'll take a replay and see if we can find it if we have another stop. Assuming we don't score a basket, which I hope we do in between now and then. Bryn Wright with a little hesitation. Ooh, gets the rack, unable to get it to go. Gets her own rebound again. And she is tangled. A jump ball? What? I don't know if I agree with that one. But
stay with the Dutch girls, though.
A lot of contact down there, down low, as Bryn was ripping down those rebounds.
Yeah, I think there definitely could have been foul on the second shot attempt.
Get it, King.
For anybody at home, was that tipped?
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
It doesn't matter because on an inbound, you can take it backcourt and bring it back over. So for anybody that might have been thinking maybe backcourt violation, that is not the case on that particular play. I want to see Lainey Moss pop one of those threes. It looks like they're giving it to her as the ball was kicked off of Novak's knee there. We're going to take a break here just as they're getting the ball up the floor. You saw, I guess it was Novak that hit the deck down there on that last turnover on the Lady Tigers offensive possession. As Lady Tigers work it out to that Lydia Kipnitzer, number 5, and she gets that three to fall. Sorry, the replay was still on the screen there for you guys, but Coach Howard, I'd say your assessment at halftime was probably pretty good there.
She's got 5 points. I think she had 2 free throws and then that 3 right there. Good move there by Bryn.
Oh!
Bryn's been really good about getting to the basket in this game.
She has. She looks like she's playing with a deep drive there to.
Yeah, she's playing with an edge for sure. Number 22 for St. James there with a nice drive and layup.
Trading baskets right now on each possession. Looks like Coach Van Leer was saying something to Bryn there. I didn't catch it as they were going down the floor.
He's just helping her out on how to rotate a little bit better on defense maybe.
Okay.
Oh, block. I think that's one of those that could have gone either way.
It looked like to me Allie extended her arm.
That's what it looked like. But we'll take it. We'll take the call.
Oh, absolutely.
Might have gotten away with one there.
Yep. I feel like charges is one of those really, really hard ones to call.
It is.
Especially live. That's hard.
I think it's all hard to call. Basketball's tough. I would not be good at it.
Honestly, I think every sport is really hard to officiate.
Yes.
With there's a lot of moving pieces. It's always going around. You got the human aspect of things. Dangerous pass there inside.
Stay with the Dutch girls here.
Looks like Cam's coming in. Cam Ryerson's coming in for
Lainey Moss.
Lainey again.
So we got the 4 seniors on the floor right now, plus Cameron Ryerson. Allie tries to find an open person, finds Cam Novak.
Bryn 3.
Ooh, just a little long. You know, in the last game, here's what I will tell you what I noticed. In the last game, I feel like as Bryn Wright comes away with an errant pass, they challenged Bryn Wright to beat him last game. Were you at that game, Coach?
I was not.
Allie with a deep 3, but Bryn comes away with the rebound, fights.
Great hustle.
Puts it back up.
Another good hustle. Oh, got to call a foul.
But my summation of that game is I feel like they really played off of Bryn and tried to get her to shoot. Bryn got off to a little bit of a rough start, and I think it really zapped her confidence a little bit. And then she was hesitant to shoot when they were playing off of her, and she just wasn't able to get dialed in that game. But this game, she came out, I believe she started the game with a 3-pointer, didn't she?
Or
was it a 2 and then a 3?
No, she did 2, then a 3.
So she gets started right away, building that confidence and saying, hey, you're going to have to respect. You can't play off.
Oh, nice pass.
Got a foul here.
No basket.
Calling the basket off.
Foul on the floor.
It was on Novak.
That was an incredible pass by St. James right there.
So Paige Kimnitzer, the sophomore, is inbounding it here. It's back out to Kennedy Smith. Cheyenne McDowell, number 30. I think this might be our first time seeing her on the floor this game. Other Kimnitzer, she's going to hit the 3. She's hit 2 big threes in this quarter as the
St. James is on one of those runs that we were talking about during the break of quarters. We just got to weather the storm here and just keep punching.
Absolutely. When you think about it, we got off to I believe it was a 10 or a 13-0 start, right? Cameron Ryerson with just a little bit off on the three.
I'm pretty sure it was 10. I think it was 10-0.
Okay. So since that, it's been a 15-9 run for the St. James Lady Tigers. Kimnitzer goes in, uses that backboard, pulls her Tigers to within one possession, and I think you're absolutely right. You see her come off the floor, Coach, and she's I think she's the undisputed leader of that team. 5'6" guard for. Man, it's an awesome environment when we get to have the band in here.
Band does a really good job.
Absolutely. All right, I have a question for you, Kemp. You coached basketball for a year. Does that sticky stuff actually help?
Whenever I coached basketball, we didn't use it, so I'm not sure.
Idea.
Yeah.
They have these like sticky mats on the floor. Granted, could you go down and film that mat that I'm talking about for just a second?
It's right there by the table on the side.
Show you what I'm talking about here.
The very side. See that?
That's what I'm talking about there. It's basically like an adhesive. They step on it to hopefully give them some more stick on the floor as Cam Novak is going to draw the foul and go to the line for two.
I mean, it has to work a little bit because, I mean,
why would they use
it? Yeah. Plus, whenever they walk off, you can always hear the squeak of the shoes.
Right.
So it does something.
You're good, Granite. All right, Cam Novak is able to get the first one to fall. And some good free throw shooting there from Novak as she gets both of the free throws to go.
Brings the Dutch girl lead to 21-17. I think it's the first Dutch girls points for the last couple of minutes for sure.
Yeah, it was good kind of in that little run.
Yeah.
Hopefully build on here. We're going to have to lock down this Lydia Kimnitzer, though, because she is playing on a mission as Kennedy Smith gets a three ball to go.
I think 5 and 22 are their sharpshooters.
I would agree with that so far. That's a good assessment. Dutch girls look to set up for a good shot here. We got good ball movement here. You still see they're playing pretty far off of Ryerson. Bryn playing a little bit off, and she's able to knock down the three.
13 for Bryn here
in the first half. That's great. Still 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter too. No. That was off the five's hand.
Would you agree though that it seems like the Tigers are challenging Bryn, saying,
"Oh, absolutely." I mean, they're saying, "Hey, we're going to take away Allie. We're going to take away Cam. Somebody else has to beat us." Is what they're saying right now.
Yeah. If you watch 30 or whoever ends up on Cam Caldwell down here,
they're blanketing her.
All the time, no space.
Yeah, it's just face guarding, just completely face guarding. You have to set some really good screen. You have to set 1 or 2 really good screens in a row to get Cam open for a shot.
Ryerson enters the game here for Cam Novak. Senior gets a little bit of a breather.
Oh, yeah.
Great defense.
Job, Allie.
Dutch girls are swarming right now.
Oh, great defense there. Yep,
charge.
Nice charge take right there by the sophomore Lainey Moss.
And that is one of the things I know both of the Van Leers.
They preach it.
They love to see that because that's a toughness play. That's a mental play. Like you have to be able to. There's a lot of things that have to go right there to be able to do that.
Oh, absolutely. Timing's huge.
Two minutes left to go here in this first half as Cam finally gets a little bit of breathing room. And that's all she needs.
Nice little mid-range right there.
Cam and Allie have both taken their chances on those mid-range jumpers and gotten them to go as the Dutch Girl lead goes to 6 as Allie Daniels gets called for a foul on the other end.
I can see that. I couldn't tell if it was ball or arm.
Ladies and gentlemen, during halftime, I'm really excited to have Coach Howard here with us because I love to get insight on other sports. And I know that wrestling districts for the girls is this week and boys is next week. So, Coach, during halftime, I want to pick your brain on some wrestling that we got coming up.
Absolutely. It never gets old.
I've really enjoyed coming to the wrestling meets that we've been able to broadcast this year. As Kimnitzer gets both free throws to go, man, she is as mentally tough out there, I think, as they come.
She's physical down here on our end. She's all over Ryerson right now.
She's just a beast.
But you watch her every time we score, she gets the ball, she drives down hard. She's looking for something.
Which I'm guessing her sister or cousin, number 1, Kimnitzer, she's the one that's blanketing Caldwell everywhere she goes, as they actually just switched off. Lenny Mars with a big 3.
Yeah.
And that's the dynamic that changes things for these Dutch girls.
I believe you called that earlier. You said you wanted to see her hit one.
Absolutely. Kimnitzer gets the ball off Paige. She's a little bit long, comes off flat off the
nice
rim.
Nice hustle, Allie. Oh, foul.
Oh, no, I think he was just saying that it was out of bounds.
Oh.
I think Paige Kimnitzer was pleading the case, and I think she won that case. I think she was correct. I don't think that was
yeah, that ball definitely – Allie definitely tipped that ball out of bounds. Oh, yeah, Allie.
Great play by Daniels. Bumping bodies down here on the other end as Kimnitzer comes away with it. She tries to take it herself. She's going to draw the foul on Allie Daniels, and she's going to go to the line for 2 as Kimnitzer has shown in her last trip that she hit both of them. She's a good free throw shooter.
That's one of those where you as a coach, you'd probably rather see Allie kind of
maybe not take that foul.
Yeah, more of a half-hearted swipe and make sure that they don't make contact. Kind of just try to mess up the eyes of the shooter.
It's like Lydia Kimnitzer. She has 12 now.
13.
13 of
13 with that made free throw.
And she gets the second one to go.
I don't think she's missed a free throw.
She's just a good basketball player.
I think she's 6 of 6 right now.
And I believe her sister or cousin, Paige, is really doing a good job on defense against Caldwell as they force a turnover here. But Bryn intercepted by Bryn. Now we got a 2-on-1. Kylie Reed and Bryn coming down, and Bryn's going to draw the foul. Oh, no. They're going to actually call a charge on Bryn. And that's going to fire up those Lady Tigers as I also see the crowd on the other side for those Tigers.
Colossio's checking in for Bryn. That's her second foul.
46 seconds left here in this first half as the Dutch girls lead by 5. The game is living up. Thank you to the 47 viewers watching right now. Feel free to pop into the chat, ask us any questions during halftime. We love to hear from you. As long as you're subscribed to the channel, you're able to participate in the chat. Hand up. Ooh, that ball almost hit Kylie Reed in the head.
Oh,
defense there by Cameron Caldwell.
I think Caldwell and Moss both blocked that, but good defensive play right there by Cam, not giving up a foul. Hand up, hand up.
10 seconds remain here.
Travel
on number 25, Callie Gibson for these Lady Tigers. As the student section comes alive. They find Cam Caldwell with 5 seconds left, and she's going to find Ryerson, who's going to have to go up with it. She draws the foul. She's going to get to the line with 2.4 left, and that's exactly what you got to do. Even though you feel uncomfortable down there under the hoop, you got to go up and try to draw that contact. She does it textbook. I see a lot of confidence out of Ryerson as the season's progressed.
Well, that's huge. I mean, confidence is key. We say that all the time in a lot of different sports, but confidence really is key.
Absolutely. Very proud of her for getting that 3 up, and then she's playing a big role here. Had a great pass earlier. Able to get the second of the 2 free throws to fall.
Heaved it.
Hey, I respect that. I respect it.
Just got to send it sometimes.
All right, we're going to get to hear the band here play, and then after the band plays, we're going to start talking a little bit of wrestling here with Coach Howard. So stay tuned so we can hear how the wrestling team is going into their district play. I'm going to actually take my headphones off so we can hear the band play. I'm going to work up our highlights during halftime. As the band dials in another song here, Coach. I got the highlights getting ready to be clipped here. We'll show those in a few minutes for the viewers. What was your take on that first half, Coach Kemp?
Great first half by both teams, honestly. I mean, St. James to come out and bring it within a 6-point game after being down 10-0 to start the game is huge. I mean, they just came out punching. Wasn't working for them early in the game, but then just found their groove. And like we mentioned earlier, I mean, you just got to ride the waves. The other team's going to get hot, and you just got to do your best to contain it and ride it out until it's your turn again.
Hey, Mr. D, did you see the new email that Brent Wright put out?
I did not know. About homecoming next week?
Yeah. Instead of a dance, they're doing games and stuff after the basketball game.
Very cool. That's definitely different. Got the band playing again here.
Chris Reyes is one of my most favorite people to watch of all time. didn't even realize they have Mr. Orff over here on the saxophone.
Oh yeah, the last couple of years, every time they've done like a jazz band, he's always been playing.
Really?
Yeah, every time.
That's awesome.
Yep. Talk about being involved with your students. I mean,
yeah,
not only having them come out to these extracurricular things, but doing it with them and actually being a part of their performance.
And talking to a lot of kids, that goes a long way. Whenever you're able to go out and do, whenever you're out being able to go out and throw BP or going out to wrestle with somebody or going through drills, says the same thing about band. Whenever kids see that, they really expect it and gives them a lot more drive.
It's just one of those things where they enjoy it a little bit more, and you get a little bit more out of them too.
All right, well, as the band takes a little break here, Coach, I do want to take this opportunity to talk to you about wrestling because I guess we can start with the girls' wrestling team with them getting ready to start districts this Friday, right?
Yeah, that's right. We'll go Friday right after school. Wrestling starts at 5 in St. Clair. There'll be 2 rounds on Friday night, and then we'll move into Saturday. A couple rounds, then we'll find out who our state qualifiers are.
So what can you tell us about our female wrestlers this year? There's definitely some names that I know. Well, what can you tell us from the girl side of things?
Well, if Peyton would pan one of these cameras around, we got a goofball over here in the singlet who is a really fun one to be around.
Yes, Liz is senior this year, returning state competitor.
Yep, returning state qualifier, 120 pounds. Just really good, committed to wrestle at William Woods earlier this year. Just trying to get her on the right path and do what she needs to do. We're sitting at 9 girls that we're looking at probably going to compete on Friday. Unfortunately, we lost Peyton Busenhart on Thursday. She broke her leg in a match. So she's kind of out for the rest of the season. But from there on up, I'm going to pause this for a minute.
Some Jack White going on up here, the white side.
Like I was saying, 110, we have Jenna Vandergriff, senior, doing really well right now. I think she's currently sitting at 34-9. Bailey Tumbrick at 115, a freshman who's doing really well for us. She's up in that 20-win range right now. Liz at 120. One of my favorite individuals to coach right now is Ariana Baggio. She's a first-year girl. She's come out and just absolutely, stuck to it like crazy, and she's actually doing incredibly well right now. And just kind of fun to be around. We have another freshman at 130, Violet Laval. You look at her and she looks very innocent, very, very, soft-spoken, but she goes out and gets after it, even if she's given up 10 pounds. So
another first-year girl too.
Yeah, another first year. Kind of got her out late, which was nice. 155, returning state qualifier Riley Dare. We got the Dare sisters at 55 and 70. And if you've ever been around them or ever messed around with them too much, they're just absolute powerhouses. I would venture to say that Riley and Bailey are probably 2 of the strongest, if not the strongest girls in our school and maybe even in our area. And you can kind of see that whenever they grab onto people. 190. Over here we got Lexus Manning. They're up here right in the front. If you look at your band screen that's showing right now, Lexus and Bailey up front right there. This is a girl that if you would have asked me last year She could barely tie her wrestling shoes, and she's really turned it on this year, where she's put herself in a really nice spot, sitting in like that 25 win range. It's a really fun group to be around.
Plus, all of them are really wrestling really well right now.
Yeah.
They came out and wrestled really well last week in a very tough Buffalo tournament.
Yeah, the meat of their schedule has really been over the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, they were in Seckman with a bunch of St. Louis schools, and this weekend they were at Buffalo, and they just, they're wrestling their best right now. So.
Right now, what you see on the screen is the highlights from the first half. Coach Howard, thanks for the insight to the girls wrestling team. We're going to revisit that for the boys because they're next weekend, correct?
That is correct.
So if you want to come out and support the wrestlers, is at St. Clair, you said?
Yes.
Next Friday. And does that go into Saturday, or does it all happen on Friday?
No, it's on Friday and Saturday of this weekend.
Okay, very good. So
Friday starts at 5, and Saturday starts at
10.
10.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to cut those highlights off as we are back live here in action in the second half. Dutch girls lead by 6.
Number 5 there for St. James, just a little off in the layup. Good move, though.
I wonder what it's like coming back to the game from halftime and getting that first shot up.
I think it's one of those that if it goes in, it's a really huge momentum swing for you. If it kind of falls short, you just got to really play really good defense. Bryn Wright with a 3 coming out of the gate. What is that for her right now? 16 points for Bryn.
Well, the strategy tonight, it's quite obvious to me what St. James is doing by saying we're going to make you beat us. The thing is that she's beating them.
Oh, absolutely. That's just something that you have to roll the dice on, though, sometimes as a coach. And
yeah, you got to pick somebody to guard.
Yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it bites you.
Bryn doing a great job, though, tonight for these Dutch girls.
Oh, absolutely.
Peyton, could you maybe give up a little bit of the corner so you have a little bit of the backcourt there? I noticed on the highlights we left the backcourt out a little bit. Now you can follow up, obviously. There we go. Right there. So we have enough. Like right now, Allie would be off the screen. There you go.
Look for Laney to shoot that if she feels like it. Gets a good look again.
Yeah, she was able to knock one down in the first half, and that's so huge for the Dutch girls.
Cam Novak 3, just a little long.
Spacing perspective, exactly what you want to see.
On top of Bryn scoring like crazy right now, you can also tell that she's just always around the ball on both sides of the court. She's found herself to the ball every time.
So, Peyton, right now you're still a little too deep in the court. You want to leave some of that backcourt behind the three-point line because they will move around back there, and you don't have to move the camera.
Good take by Allie there. I feel like she was impeded there on her route to the basket, but referee felt otherwise.
Right there. That's perfect right there. Trading rebounds here. The last few possessions, the Dutch girls maintain this 9-point lead. Oh, great find by Allie. Selfless basketball, but unable to get that to fall.
Good back, Bryn.
You can never knock Bryn for her hustle because she's always working hard to
steal
get
there.
back.
Ball again.
Slow things down here and try to reset.
You see that with all the really good athletes. Bank it in. That they're always constantly around the ball.
Yes.
No matter whether it's offense, defense, they're just always in a spot where the ball just finds them.
I believe the last highlight that we have here is going to be this Bryn Wright three-pointer. Works it around. It gets Bryn Wright just at the top of the key there almost. She's able to send that thing home. While I have you guys right here, we're going to go ahead and run our Legends Bank
is
commercial.
proud to be a part of this community. Legends Bank believes in supporting education and are proud supporters of your Dutchmen and Dutch girls. Your kids are our kids, and we're cheering them on through all of life's big changes. Legends Bank offers many financial tools, loans for a home, car, business, real estate, or agriculture, and offers services just like the National Bank, such as online banking through legendsbk.com, our mobile app, or in person, because we love to still see you at the bank. Legends Bank, your town, your bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in action here. As you saw, Peyton Pendleton doing a great job on the cameras for us tonight. Very, very thankful to have Peyton here. We've had a great crew throughout the evening, but Peyton is our lone man left standing. Peyton, are you having fun?
Yeah.
Have you gotten to see many basketball games this year?
No, I haven't.
Are you impressed with what you see so far?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Man of few words.
Coach Howard, I think we're going to have to talk to some of the boys over there because I don't see many singlets.
I think they chickened out on it. So our guys, we talked about it.
Wearing singlets to the game?
Yeah, no. Well, we talked about it at the end of practice, making sure we're being good student athletes and being a good part of our school district here and coming out and supporting everybody. And I know some of the guys have talked about wearing singlets. That goes back to, if you guys remember.
Is that a Stephen Turner thing?
No, it was actually Alan Cupp. Alan Cupp and Gabe Sost came to a boys' game wearing singlets, so they've kind of ran with that ever since.
I love it. I love it.
I think Liz is the only one in a singlet right now.
She is.
Killing it, Liz.
Yep.
Killing it, Liz.
Oh, a little too.
Oh.
Good job, Cam. Cam's all over the place there.
We get a jump ball here.
Should stay with the Dutch girls.
Perfect. You know, it took me until I was actually running scoreboard for middle school basketball games to understand how the heck in high school they decided who got jump balls. But obviously, for anybody at home that doesn't know, you don't have to feel bad because I was in the same boat for a very long time. In high school, middle school, and youth basketball, jump ball just alternates every time. So the next jump ball is Lenny Moss.
Shot by Lenny, just a little short.
Oh, I was very excited to see that thing go in. But the next jump ball will go to the Lady Tiger, so it's back and forth.
Or if the quarter ends without a jump ball,
then they'll start with the ball.
Yep.
Lydia Kimnitzer is going to go ahead and draw that foul and go back to the free throw line where she has proven that she does not miss.
I'm not going to lie. I'd like to see some of these foul calls go for us for going to the free throw line. We have not been to the free throw line very much this game.
One thing that I will say, though, about both of our basketball teams right now is that as Lydia knocked down the first one, tried and true, our boys shot really, really well from the free throw line against Vienna the other night for the game that I was at. And these girls, they've shot well from the free throw line, what it feels like all season long. So, and Lydia gets both of them to go again. I believe she's 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
I think she's 8 for 8.
8 for 8.
I think she's 8 for 8. Because she went to the line 3 times in the first.
Cam, Cam
Great
to Cam.
pass.
Great pass.
And
She's
and
one. Ask and you shall receive, Coach Kemp.
And one.
Love it.
I guess the basketball gods are on Kemp's side today.
Yes, yes. Cam Novak running the floor and finishing at the rim and drawing the foul. Just awesome to see as she gets the free throw to go as well to complete the three-point play. Dutch girls lead by 10.
Oh, can't leave her open.
No.
Oh, she's going to hear about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Well,
I
to
know
her defense, she makes a lot of them, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Oh, yeah.
she doesn't let that bother her.
So I know we want good sportsmanship and all, but I'd like to see the student section be a little bit elongated with that air ball call.
Oh,
Make it a little bit louder, make it a little bit longer.
Yeah,
while
make sure they
still
remember.
encouraging good sportsmanship.
Here we go.
Cam Caldwell 3, just a little off tonight.
Not able to get that one to fall.
Caldwell was 3.
The younger Kimnitzer, unable to get that one to go. Bryn looked like she had her arm interlocked with the other players. Cam Novak bails her out and then gets it back to Bryn, who now has a
3 on 2.
3 on 2. Yeah, you're right.
3 by Laney Moss. Yes! 2 for 3 on the night.
That's what I love to
2
see.
for 3 on the night for Laney on the threes.
Fantastic job by the Dutch girls and by sophomore Laney Moss there. Keep shooting, girl. That was awesome.
You know, we talk about the scoring all night, but the Dutch girls have done a great job on defense.
Yes, they have.
Limiting,
Yes, they have.
5 to a majority of their points. St. James got to find somebody else to score for them.
And that is such a key. That is such a key, especially in high school basketball, when you have two really good teams. Kimnitzer's going to get the line again to try to make it 10 for 10 on free throws in the game. The one thing that you love to see from a player like Lydia Kimnitzer is you want to see her be aggressive and get to the rack because she is going to draw that contact. And if she can do it, she finishes great at the free throw line. So shout out to Lydia. Also to anybody listening from St. James this evening. We try to do the best we can to be partial or impartial, I guess, during the broadcast. Give respect where respect is due. Game, respect game. But we are definitely Owensville fans, so we're not going to try to hide that at all. As Kim Ninzer gets the first to go.
St. James has shown a lot of poise.
And they get the second to go.
Just keep fighting back. I mean, they're down 11 right now, but they just keep fighting back. They just keep trading punches with Owensville right now.
Yeah, I have no doubt that we're not going to see them give. That's for sure, as that one just gets a little bit away from.
Yeah, just kind of slips out of her hands. Coach Van Leer telling her to be a little bit more careful and a little bit more precise with the ball movement.
I saw what she was going for, and she did have a person in the corner. Just got it a little away from her.
Yep. Definitely like to see a two-hand pass there instead of that one-hand kind of heave. 22.
Is she going to draw the foul? What? What are we calling here?
Non-shooting foul. Cam on Cam. She was trying to get through that screen right there.
Very interesting.
Be her first foul of the night.
Ooh, great play drawn up there by
just unable
St.
to convert
James,
there.
Unable to get it to go. Rare miss there from Lydia Kimnitzer. That was a great feed, though, by her teammate. Oh, let's
Ryerson.
Go. Oh, just a little bit long, but a
good hustle there by
shot there.
Novak.
Novak takes it in, unable to get it to go. Lady Tigers bring it up the floor. Kimnitzer with a hezzy.
Oh, good block there by Allie.
No call. It's a physical game, basketball is. I would say, aside from football and wrestling, I think basketball is the next in line as far as physicality in high school sports. Would you agree?
Yeah, it sure seems that way.
Here, yeah.
Great inbound.
Like as far as around the area, for sure. I mean, some areas have like lacrosse, hockey.
True.
So, but yes, as far as the sports offered at Owensville, yes, absolutely.
I like it when Kemp agrees with me.
Doesn't happen often, does it?
Oh, good job, Cam.
Usually we end up in a debate. Good hustle there from Cam Nova, but she's unable to get it to fall as St. James is pulled within 9 now to make it a single-digit lead for the Dutch girls.
I thought she was going to.
I did too.
Oh, wow.
Well, you got to say, she was
There you
straight
go.
up there, and we got
Basketball.
Band's getting a little feisty back here.
It was not one of our broadcasters.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I love that they're into the game.
Yeah. Ooh, a
from
deep
deep.
three. Holy smokes. Way downtown. Jump ball. Kimnitzer is red in the face. She's got to be exhausted, but she's got no dye in her.
Nope.
My goodness.
And I'm almost positive she hasn't came out yet. I'm pretty
She
sure
has
she's
not.
been in the whole game.
She is not. Number 5 hasn't. The other Kimnitzer has came out. She just came back in.
She looks
a
tough,
minute
too,
ago.
especially on
I'll
defense.
tell you what,
She
they're letting Allie have it down here.
Oh, you're good, Coach. Find
Got 10
Allie down in the
seconds.
paint. Allie tries to fight her way in.
Oh,
and she
yeah.
gets a fall. We've got a St. James Lady Tiger having a hard time getting up down here, but she
I
does.
think she's just frustrated.
Nope,
No good. No shot. No shot.
Waving it off. The St. James crowd is not going to be happy with that in the stands.
Dutch girls take a 41-30 lead heading into the fourth quarter.
All right, Coach, we did talk about the girls wrestling team. What can you tell us about the varsity guys wrestling team heading into districts next weekend?
Yeah, so, 2 weekends we go down to Seneca for the boys districts. Right now we're trying to get everybody healthy, get everybody back in the lineup. Got some guys moving around, doing a couple different things, but for right now, the next 2 weeks is really just kind of focusing on their craft and getting them some individual attention where, you know, we don't really have the distractions of JV kids, and we can really focus on the 10 or 11 guys that are going to go down to districts for us.
So how many guys will be traveling this district?
So right now we have 11 guys, 11 out of the 14 weight classes lined up. We got Noel Baggio at 113, Micah Duncan at 120, returning state placer Stephen Buttermeyer at 26, Zayden Garber at 132, Diego Lansford at 138, Liam Rasmussen at 150, senior Kyle Blair at 157. Senior Timmy Winterbauer at 165. Let's see, 190. We got senior Connor Vogt. Then we got, Zach Barch at 215, and then we're gonna have a freshman in heavyweight, Aiden Carpenter. So
some good names in there, and one I wanted to touch on just because I know he just recently came back, and I got to see him at that. Not the most recent try, but the second most recent try where St. James came here.
Yeah.
That was Micah Duncan. He had been injured a lot of the season. He looked like he came out and he looked fresh.
Yeah. He had a little bit of a groin injury that ended his football season early. So we were kind of just rehabbing him back. And he spent a lot of time at practice knowing that he's not going to wrestle for a really long time. So to see him to get out and wrestle, he actually wrestled against Principia and Fatima on our senior high. He wrestled.
3 by Ryerson.
He wrestled 2 top 10 kids back to back, and gave one of them. He was winning the match till about 30 seconds left, and he got thrown to his back, just being in bad position. But it's nice to have him back for us. He's a returning state qualifier for us. Wow, it's getting physical down there.
Got to jump.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to go toe to toe with either of those girls trying to hold the ball.
100%. They're almost identical to each other.
Oh yeah, they are.
It's kind of crazy.
And I bet they've been playing basketball against each other since they were probably about 10 years old.
All right, so it looks like we're starting to go into a partial trap here.
Oh, that's a foul. Boy, that looked like a foul.
They lay off after Allie gets control of it on the inbound.
They're trying to put pressure on the catch, see if they can or something.
Yeah, they're at that point in the game where they're
foul on Caldwell there.
And now the sure shooting Cameron Caldwell will head to the line. Alicia McDaniel gets in the chat and says an injury has hit the boys wrestling hard, sadly, this season. And unfortunately, injuries do happen. It's part of all sports.
Yeah. And she's 100% right. It's been a little frequent for us this year. Some of our better wrestlers have got some season-ending injuries for us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cameron comes up short on that one, but Allie comes down with the rebound, but it gets away.
Unfortunately, on the boys and the girls side.
Are we calling that a jump ball as well? This is going to be a jump ball that goes to the Lady Tigers here. For our 56 viewers, too, I want to make another point and say thank you to Majeski's Plumbing and Heating for sponsoring this broadcast. Big shout out, because without the sponsorships, we wouldn't be able to provide the quality of broadcast that we're able to provide. It's helped us a lot with getting the equipment we need for class, so thank you very much. It's very much appreciated.
We have a really great community.
We really do. We're very lucky. Allie Fights come down for that rebound down low. She was battling with number 25, Callie Gibson, there for the
that was a little dangerous pass.
Dutch Girls up 15 right now. They really do have a lot of control, and this is where you can start seeing offenses really try to stretch possessions time-wise to do 2 different things. 1, run a lot of time off the clock, and 2, try to settle for the absolute best quality shot as possible. Which I guess you're always trying to settle for the best quality shot, but maybe even more so down a stretch like this if you're leading.
Yeah, I really would want the shot clock in high school basketball, just because I think it.
Get in.
Yeah, Cam Ryerson with another 3. I believe her third of the game. I think she's 3 for 4.
She has. I know she has at least 2, but also Lainey Moss has
with the big block.
2 in this game.
There's a little bit of foul there.
Getting very physical here in the late going.
Good job, Allie.
5 on the push. Kimnitzer just doing everything she can for her team. Got a little bit aggressive there, I guess.
Man, that number 5's looking for a fight, dude.
I think that's the sign of a competitor. She's looking to.
She's just a hard-nosed competitor. Can appreciate that for sure. No give up in her at all.
I have not looked, and Coach Kemp, I'll put you on the spot here, and Coach Howard, maybe you know. Do we know what the girls' district is for girls basketball yet?
I think it's very similar to the one that they had last year.
Oh.
Yeah,
So St. James
I believe
is not
so.
in.
St. James is not in it.
Okay.
But I think it's the exact same.
Kim Caldwell,
Get in
3.
there.
Oh, long.
Hey, it's okay. She can have an off night with all these other girls contributing from 3.
That's true. It's true. I think Cam Caldwell's only 3 was that banked 3 in the first quarter.
It is. But she's still managed to score 8 points, even without the 3 ball.
We're going to get Cameron Novak here for a foul on the floor.
I mean, anytime that the Dutch girls have 48 points and Caldwell and Allie Daniels have 12 combined, that's a really good day for the Dutch girls.
Yes. Yes.
The supporting cast is really out there. That's going to open up. The better they can play, the more it opens up those two anyway. So that's just good for us down the stretch.
Oh, 100%.
22 with a deep 3.
She's not afraid to take them deep ones.
No, I think she's a good shooter.
Get another one here. Wow, great footwork and getting set by her. Unable to get it to fall, but man, that was a tough shot. You hear Coach Van Leer call timeout there as one of his players were trapped. I believe we're going to get the band here again.
It looks like their girls' district is exactly the same as what it was last year. Blair Oaks, California, Eldon, Owensville, Southern Boone, Versailles. I think that's the
so last year, I remember we played Eldon, I think, for the district championship.
That's correct.
I think we have a Peyton Busenhart sighting over there in the student section. Hope she's doing all right after, unfortunately, ending her wrestling season a little early to a broken leg.
That is her. I actually talked to her in the hallway today. She's supposed to be going to see the orthopedic sometime this week, so hopefully she gets good news.
How many rows up we talking?
About 5 rows up.
Yeah, she's sitting down. She's
behind Henry Womack.
Yeah, right next to Wyatt Lewis.
Oh, Lord. Good job, Bryn. Good hustle.
Oh, okay, I see her now. Yes. Oh, yeah, she was eclipsed by somebody for me. Okay. You got me sidetracked like a squirrel. All right. Bryn Wright receives the inbound, and Lydia Kimnitzer gets that one to fall. Maybe even could have got an and one there potentially, but she did not. What's up, Braden?
Braden just got out of wrestling practice.
Yeah, he did.
We appreciate stuff like that.
Heck yeah. All right, and St. James will have to press here to stay on to keep that.
Oh, Lord. Oh, that's a foul.
That's her 4th.
I imagine she's going to stay in until.
Oh yeah, it's the 4th quarter. She can't come out. That's one of those where you just got to kind of talk to her as a coach and say, hey, I need you in this game as long as possible, so I need you to
it's
play your game, but be a little bit careful on defense.
Right.
Maybe she switches off to maybe Laney, where they're kind of sagging off her anyway.
Allie gets the first to go.
Stretches the Dutch girl lead to 50 to 32, 18 points.
18-point lead here with less than half a quarter to go.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm always leery to say like how big the lead is. I'm not the greatest at math, especially quick math like that. So I gotta really make sure that I'm gonna be right before I say it.
You nailed it, Coach.
This is what I tell kids all the time. Is number one, I cannot help you with math. I failed college algebra twice, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And it wasn't for the lack of trying. I tried. Numbers just don't make sense to me. Good job, Bryn.
Good job, Bryn Wright. She's got a wolf there, but she gets away. Also, for anybody, I always say I take for granted terms and people understanding terms. When we say wolf, because I know it's been said a couple times tonight, what that means is that the person dribbling the ball has somebody following them closely, about to steal the ball, and they don't see them. So you yell wolf, so that way they know that they got somebody behind them.
Dang it.
That's going to send these Lady Tigers to the line for 2 here, where they've proven that I don't think they've missed a free throw tonight as a team that I can remember. And they've shot a good chunk of them.
Yeah, I can't remember them missing either.
Got both Kimninster's girls down there in the paint. And it looks like Paige is maybe she was favoring her elbow or something there while she was standing there.
She took a spill down here with that loose ball.
Okay.
Number 5 is just checked out of the game for the first time all night.
Oh,
my
first
goodness.
missed one.
I feel like Paige has to play volleyball based on the way she just tipped that ball to her teammate down low.
Yeah, very springy.
Yeah, she's got the height, and she's very aggressive on defense.
I'd imagine that both
Explosive.
of them.
Ooh. Oh, in and out.
That's tough.
Those girls come away with a rebound that time. Reset. 2.5 minutes left to go. 17-point lead for these Dutch girls. Ellie Daniels looks to improve on that lead and put this thing away.
Just confirmed with Liz over here, the Kimninster girls, both of them played golf.
Oh, wow.
I can appreciate that. I'm a fan of golf.
Yeah. Liz, can you help us out? Are they sisters or are they cousins?
And Lydia qualified for state the last 2 years.
And are they sisters or cousins? Sisters, okay. Oh, okay. That was a good call. She had her foot out of bounds, I see.
Yep.
It's a good hustle there by Paige Kimnitzer. It's a little bit similar to, not exactly the same, but a little bit similar to what we saw with Allie and Emma Daniels last year, two cousins on the same team. And then a handful of years back, we had the Disselkamp girls both on the same team as they made their run to state. So
yeah.
It's in basketball, if you got two family members who are both solid ball players with the right mindset, it seems like that's a recipe for success, especially in our small towns around here.
I think if you take those two into consideration with Emma's dad, Adam Daniels, you kind of understand why they are the way that they are, the way that they've been coached growing up. They've had a great environment growing up to be incredible competitors.
Yeah, Adam was a great basketball player in his own right and has a bunch of friends that are very good basketball players. I know Drew Lansford was another one that was pretty big into developing those girls' basketball mentality and skills.
Right.
And not only does that help, your daughters out, it helps all of their friends and all of their teammates out as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they get to be coached by some really good coaches.
And I feel like you're seeing the same thing, the same passion, same drive with that sixth grade group with Coach Anthony Reams as well. And I know we have another Daniels that's also coming up, who is a fifth grader.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they have another little sister. I think she's a third grader.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am selfishly, I'm gonna change the subject here big time. I'm very excited for middle school cross country on the girls' side next year because they were really good this year and they were sixth graders, which is we just started having sixth graders run cross country. So
I hope
as they get older, and I know that the Daniels girls talking about running.
Yep.
Is going to be unbelievable, I feel like.
I hope a lot of those girls come back and dual sport.
I do too,
with
yeah.
basketball and cross next fall.
Yes. And I think, I don't want to speak for other people, but I think that might be the case.
I hope so.
That was a good athletic try there by Novak, unable to get it to go.
It was really fun to watch them. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Middle school cross country was the first cross country meet I've ever been to in my life, and it was a lot more fun than I ever imagined.
It's hard to explain to people who have never been before because it's
It's really exciting.
It really is. And I'm a nerd. I like to run around and chase him around and cheer for him. And
I just walked really, really fast.
I equate cross country or relate it to wrestling a lot because it's really kind of on yourself.
Absolutely.
About how good you want to be or how fast you want to be or whatever it is. Kind of having those discussions with our all-state cross country boy that wrestles, Zach Holtmeyer. Kind of having those discussions of how you can treat a wrestling match the same way you can a race. And there's a lot of, obviously I was never an all-state cross-country runner, but kind of spending a lot of time.
Somebody tell me what just happened there?
The girl, Bryn and...
Oh, they just subbed out the older guys.
Yeah.
Girls.
But there's a lot of things that, bring them both together.
Yeah, I also think, and I think a lot of people would probably agree with this, you have to be a little bit crazy to do both sports.
100%. 100%. Just talking about that, about wrestling, we'll be selfish and talk about wrestling really fast. Our kids, you look at, a majority of our team, boys and girls team, is out here right now supporting the girls. They just spent an hour and a half in the wrestling room beating each other up. Good 3 there by number 3.
Yeah, a lot of them are over there in the student section. We got 5 or 6 up here in the band, maybe even more. So,
but that's the kind of, if you're building a school culture and you're building an all sports culture, then that's really what it takes.
100%.
I think we have a great coaching staff here as we see some of these upperclassmen subbing out, and I'm very excited to see. I want to make a note of this. Jenna Breedlove getting on a varsity court for the first time, I believe, in her life for basketball. So awesome moment for her as well, and a fun game against the team that is our biggest rival.
We were talking about that during the JV game. It's fun to see her back out playing basketball because she's too good of an athlete to not do anything. So the fact that she's able to get out here is awesome.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It's always good to see those athletes that maybe had a bad experience in a youth sport, come back out and try it at an older age and really find the love for it again.
Yeah.
That's just such a good thing whenever they're so super athletic and to get them back into sports.
Yeah, it's the same with Lily Barker out there. She wrestled for us last year. Super intense competitor. Really great to be around.
Can you pan around the crowd for us real quick?
And there's a crowd. That's a Dutch Girl winner, folks. 51-36 over the St. James Lady Tigers.
Well, I am going to go try to get us a couple girls for an interview. I am completely fine. Howard, if you wanted to stay up here for the interview, you could interview him. I'm fine not being in the interview. It's completely up to you.
I'm good. You're better at it. Go for it.
Hey, we can always take Pendleton's headset so you can stay on. It's all good.
No, seriously, I've done so many interviews. If you want to, stay, for real.
No.
They've heard me ask plenty of questions.
All right, I'll stay up.
Interview's the best part.
Real quick.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, Kim.
Liz, what did you think about the game?
I think it was good. It was good to get the win when it mattered most.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice little conference win right there.
Yep.
Hopefully the boys tomorrow night can get it done here at home against St. James.
Definitely.
Another conference game. I believe all 3 levels are in action tomorrow for boys. So
yep.
The varsity game will probably start around 7:30ish.
There's a lot of people here tonight.
Oh, yeah, there is. The parking lot was pretty full.
Yeah.
I came back home from eating my Dino Nuggies, and it was very hard to find a parking spot.
All right. What's your go-to sauce to dip your Dino Nuggies in?
Sweet Baby Ray's Original.
Okay.
Hi, Anna. Nice pajama pants. I like it. Bye. Dino Nuggies.
Yep, the yummy ones.
Not a big Dino Nuggies person.
I am.
My boys are, but I am not.
Oh, Howard, you're about to get attacked by a music
Oh.
stand.
Oh, Lord, it's Bailey. It's little Bailey.
Little Bailey.
Little Bailey. You did good. Good job.
Goofball. Certified goofball.
Certified. They're going to have to hurry this up. This is past my bedtime.
No joke.
Of course it is.
Gotta
It's
go,
only 8 o'clock.
I
Yeah,
go
that's
to bed
fine.
early.
He gets up at like 2:30 in the morning.
It's
and
his.
starts running.
I think Howard's whole goal in life is just to beat everybody here.
To beat everybody?
Yeah, you want to be the first person in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah. I did make that point the other day that the reason, I always get my parking space is because I'm the first one here whenever there's no assigned parking spaces.
Yep.
So best
I'm
way
gonna
to do it is
here
get her.
one morning earlier than you and steal your parking spot.
Howard will probably have your car towed.
It's on.
Yeah,
That's you. You got it.
Howard,
That's not student parking there. So
If somebody beats me here, they can have it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'll find a new one.
them's the rules.
Yeah.
You just got to be here first.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get here at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Peyton, can you drive?
I have my permit.
There you go.
You're getting there.
Yep. One step closer.
I just can't drive with my mom because she just screams the whole time.
You got old Chase Wirecut out here putting up chairs.
Hey, that's probably the most activity he's done all winter. I hope not. For baseball's sake, I hope not. But
He was at the last preseason practice.
yeah. He's I hope he's been going to the training facility up on off of Highway 44 All-Star Performance and getting some work in during the off season, because that's going to pay off a lot here in about a little over a month away from opening day for the Dutchman baseball team.
When are tryouts for baseball?
It's the first full week of March. March
2nd.
I think it's 3rd. Yeah, March 3rd. Monday, March 3rd. And we'll go through Thursday, March 6th.
Okay.
So we'll have 4 days of tryouts.
All right.
Yep. I think for the first time in a little bit, I think we were very competitive in all of our winter sports, on the boys and the girls side, which is really exciting going into postseason.
Yeah, it seems that way. There's a lot of dedicated kids that play winter sports, so it's one of those ones that you just keep grinding away. It seems very long, but you just keep grinding away with it. So we do have a lot of great kids that do play winter sports, so that's the big thing.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Liz is getting paid up here on the broadcast.
All right, guys, I'm going to get you guys prepared here for the interview.
Okay.
You've got Cameron Ryerson and Laney Moss. I'm going to have them go with you guys first, so
Okay.
you'll have those two first, and then you'll have Bryn Wright to finish it off.
There we
Hey,
go.
So,
player of the game.
for the 44 that are still here with us tonight, you'll have those 3 interviews coming up here in just a moment.
D King 93. That was a good game. I agree. It was a great game. Had to check the comment section, make sure we weren't ignoring anybody.
Got it.
I look a little goofy.
Yeah, you do. But that's pretty typical for you, Elizabeth.
Called you Elizabeth. I'm not the only one. It's your government name.
I'll jump back in here for just a minute, too. I want to make a quick note. We are planning to do a live broadcast of tomorrow night's game of the St. James Tigers. Oftentimes when the AD schedules, they'll schedule like a boys and girls game back-to-back nights. So tomorrow night we will welcome the St. James Tigers to face our Owensville Dutchmen. It'll be about the same time. We'll start the broadcast about 5:30. So if you want to tune in for another Four Rivers Conference tilt, that's where we'll be. And I see the girls starting to file in right now, so make sure you guys have your questions ready. I guess what we'll do, too, is I will have, if you and Coach Kemp want to be on that side and the girls on the side with me, I'll help them get set up with the mics. Yeah, and then if you just want to take Liz's.
We got doinked.
I think that's a little bit of payback for all the pork chops.
Those come free.
Looks like we got our first sophomore coming up here, Cam Ryerson.
Good game.
Is that a girl?
Yes.
Are they clean?
If that was mine, the ears are probably all sweaty. So.
Is yours not the one you have on right now?
No, I switched it. I gave it up for you.
Mm.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, good game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, first off, how'd that feel?
Good. I feel good.
Feels really good.
Yeah.
We talked about it a few times up here. It's really incredible to see you and Laney getting a lot of playing time as sophomores. How does that feel? You know, knowing that they trust you to put you guys out there. Hey.
It makes me I feel comfortable now more than I did last year being a sophomore. And I didn't play much last year, so it definitely feels better to be out there.
Yeah, but you were there with the team and you were a part of the whole run. So just to you, Laney, great game, great threes. It was amazing. Mr. T, was up here calling your shots for you. So he was definitely on on your side. I just asked her, how does it feel to be out there as a sophomore, being trusted in these big games, being a part of this?
Well, it's a little scary, actually, when you, actually think about it.
Yeah.
Because you're out there and you're like, this is a very big conference game. You could, even I'm talking to the seniors before the game, and they're still getting the nervous, little chills in your stomach. But once that tip-up starts, you don't think about that.
Yeah. It's
just you're in the game. And then I looked up at one point, and I'm like, we're up at, 14 right now. I'm like, go us.
Yeah.
That feels good.
For sure. That's a big thing is just being able to go out there and perform. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. This gym felt super tense. I don't get to make it to very many basketball games, but this was a very tense environment. And for you guys to go out there and to kind of throw stuff to the wind and just go out there and play and have fun, that's really fun to watch. So.
It was awesome to watch you guys contribute on the offensive side of things. I mean, you guys, even last year, you guys played great defense. It's one of the things that you guys do really well across the board as a team. But to see you two be able to contribute on the offensive side of things, even though they're kind of playing off of you guys, right? They're taking Cam and Allie away. But to see you guys contribute offensively to open those girls up a little bit later, even in the season, is huge. How'd that first three feel for you, Lainey?
Well, I've been It all started with my charge because I've been trying to get one all year, and I take the ugliest charges. Absolutely, I go back and watch them. I'm like, what am I doing? But I took it, and me and Cameron just look at each other because she knows how bad I've wanted it in reading this morning. Yeah, really? I'm like, I just can't get it. And then it was that same possession. I'm like, I'm going to shoot this. I'm like,
She already decided.
Yeah, because he told me, he's like, he took me out. He's like, nothing against you. He's like, I know you're just not very comfortable right now because even in practice, like, I've been in a slump. I wasn't good. But yesterday, I finally started to make some. And so he just told me, he's like, go look to shoot. And I did.
Yeah. You have 3 tonight? You went 3?
I had 2.
You had 2?
Yep.
2 for 3?
Yep.
And Cam, you had a couple, right?
I think it was 2 for 4.
You had 2 for 4?
Yeah.
How did your first one feel? Because you also made your first one, didn't you?
No, I missed my first one, which
Okay.
I always miss my first one. I can't, if I'm going to shoot in a game, I have to airball the first one.
Okay.
Like
It's just the rule?
Yeah, like the last home game we had, maybe not the last one, but like one of the beginning ones, it was not good. I think I airballed like 3 in a row. Not even going to lie. And then I was like, I don't even want to shoot anymore.
Like, don't give me the ball.
Yeah, like I was like, I'll pass it to you, but do not. I'm not looking at the hoop, which I probably should have, but.
I think just being around all these great shooters, it's just kind of hard to come in because you see them. They can shoot 45 out of 50, and you come in, you're like, I can shoot 20 out of 50.
Maybe on a good day.
Yeah.
But is that something that motivates you guys?
Oh yeah. Like if they're making them, and then you get that open 3, like you're thinking, well, man, we're making our 3s. Like, it just kind of like it's a vibe going down.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys could, just kind of talk about the seniors that you guys get to play with. This is a big game for them. This is a big game for you guys every single year, right? And I'm not sure, it may have been 1 or 2 times that they've beat St. James in a regular season game, not a tournament or anything like that. But just talk about the seniors that you guys get to play with and how that influences you guys playing basketball.
I want to start with Bryn because she really got it started for us. She did. At the beginning of that game, I think she had like a layup and then she drained a 3 and then it was like 7-0 at the beginning and it was all her. And then I think Allie ended up making a layup or something and then they just kept going from there, which felt really good. Allie is a heck of a ball player. Like being able to just practice with them too, it's just makes you feel like you're getting better.
Yeah.
I think the environment tonight on the court was one of the best ones because I know a lot of the seniors, they get in the moment and they don't get a call. They get in their head. And I think tonight we just didn't do it. And they kept pushing through. And I think really like Cameron Novak, Allie, when they play D, like.
They're playing D.
Yeah.
They're not letting you score.
There's like, and it's especially like you'll get yelled at on the court, but you all got to know like it's not, you're not getting punished. They've been playing with these girls for so long. They've been playing at such a higher level. They just want you to
They want to win.
Yeah, they want you to step up to their level. And I think that momentum, that push is kind of what is bringing us up. And
yeah, you said it perfectly. You can't take it. It's not like they're yelling at you. They're not attacking you. It's not personal. They want to win. They're trying to elevate you to that level that they are. I mean, they're a little older, right? They've been playing for a while. And I think it's awesome that you guys have that mentality of you want to get better, you want to get more on that level with them, and that you're taking the criticism not with angst or like you getting upset about it. You're just taking it and you're getting better and you're learning from. That's awesome. That speaks to the culture that you guys have on the team.
oh yeah, and they'll criticize like. Bryn tonight, she yelled at me for something. I don't even remember. And then we immediately went into a timeout. She's like, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. And I'm like, Bryn, it's okay. I'm like, I messed up.
Into the third quarter, we came in, and it was like 20 seconds on the clock, and I don't even know what I was doing, actually. I did not have a man at all. I was in the middle of the paint like, gosh, I hope there's no shooters. And we come off, and she's like, hey, who are you guarding? And I'm like, like, I was guarding this person, and at the end of that, I was guarding no one. I didn't even know where she was at. I'm going to be honest. And she's like, you got to guard him. And I was like, I know. Like I had already thought about that in the middle of it. I was like, I probably should go find my girl. But it was so in the moment with like 2 seconds left. I couldn't even process anything. But that's what she said. She's like, I'm not trying to yell at you. And I was like, no, I get it. I would have yelled at me if I wasn't guarding anyone. Like,
I love that attitude.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you don't see a lot with underclassmen. I coach a lot of sports, so I see it all the time. Mm-hmm. And if if an underclassman is getting yelled at by a senior, right, they start to fold, they start to go under. But you guys, it seems like you guys accept criticism, right?
Oh yeah,
We had some coaches.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we know they're just doing it out of love. Like, they're just like our relationship outside of basketball. Like, I don't. We're all nice to each other. We're all a family. We don't have any drama on the team.
Yeah.
And I think that's just part of it. When they give you criticism, it's not like in a hateful way.
Just gotta
They're
know.
Yeah, you just gotta know.
And that also helps you guys whenever you guys go out and play in big games like this. Like, hey, I know that, Bryn has my back. I know that Allie has my back.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what. And you can kind of see that. The way that you guys play defense is amazing to me because I always say the best ball players, doesn't matter what sport it is, always find a way around the ball. And the 5 girls that are always on the court tonight, you guys were at the ball every single time. And that's just a lot of fun to watch. So that was cool.
Yeah, great game, girls.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that's all we got for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
All right.
I'm so sorry about these.
It's all good.
I think I left them sweaty. So I think all right. Bryn.
Brendan, you get to pick which sweaty ones you want.
Yes. Bryn.
Hello.
Coming out on fire.
Player of the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't gotta say that.
No, it's true.
Oh, no, it's true.
100%.
You scored the first 7 points of the game by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I was
What?
kind of holding a grudge from last time.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
So at the tournament, when we played them in the championship, I only had 2 points.
Yeah.
I was coming off the game where I got the technical, and I was like in my head. So they weren't guarding me.
Yeah.
Like they were in the lane, sagging back on me, and I thought about that leading up to this game, and I was like, I gotta score. I gotta prove to myself that I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, that first basket, that layup, you hit a nice little post move down there, and then you came right back on the ensuing offensive possession after a turnover, or off of St. James turnover, coming down on offense. You hit that 3, and we're like, oh, Brent's gonna have a good night tonight.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. It's funny that you say things like that because a lot of people, they come back and that might be the thought that lives in their head, the negative thoughts the whole time. So it sounds like that, it was something to challenge. It wasn't anything against St. James.
Oh, no.
Right? It was 100% like you were fighting with yourself to go out and prove. What goes through your head? How do you deal with that?
Well, I watch a lot of film, so all this weekend I was watching our game against them in Sullivan, and I was looking at what I could have done better. Obviously, me and Cam Novak, we just kept telling each other, we got to drive more. We got to get the attention of the other girls so that we can pass out to Cam and Allie for the shots.
Yeah.
And tonight, it wasn't just them shooting, it was everyone.
Yeah,
the whole team was on fire.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
they shot it great as a team tonight.
Some of the best, you hear some of the best players in the world, doesn't matter what sport it is, they watch a ton of film. They do a lot of self-evaluation. They spend a lot of time, and that says a lot about, who you are and who you are as a competitor, because a lot of people don't do that. They may say they do, but do they really take anything from watching that? So that's really cool to hear. I mean, that's awesome. Tonight, it just looked like it looked like you were trying to do everything. You were a little bit.
Always.
There was multiple times, and I don't get to watch very many games, but there's multiple times where if the ball was there, Bryn was there. It doesn't matter if it was on offense or defense, and that's a lot of fun to watch. And you guys make it super competitive against other teams to move the ball around. So is that part of Coach Van Leer's philosophy? Is that what he's preaching to you guys?
What?
To fight for every ball, to make them work for everything.
Yes. So talking about our last game again against them, they had 40-something rebounds. We had 20-something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They had a whole 20 rebounds on us last game. So he was definitely preaching boxing out, getting rebounds, not letting them have second chances.
Yeah.
That was a lot about tonight.
That's awesome.
I think you guys did a great job of that tonight, though. You really did limit second chances. You guys did. I'd imagine you guys are up on rebounds, especially tonight. So
hopefully,
I'd say so.
If not, we're running.
I love that though.
The other question I had was, you haven't got to do this a lot. This is like your first full year, right?
Yes,
and actually, you talk to Coach Van Leer. I talked to him multiple times, and he's like, Bryn is the girl that we need. Like, she's the one that does everything. She's a part of that. How does it feel to be a part of this team and to not just be there on the sideline like you were before, but being on the court, playing with these girls that you grew up with? How does that feel?
It means a lot. It means the world to me.
Yeah.
Basketball was my life before I got injured, and finding myself off the court was really difficult. So finding myself back on the court is just exciting and fun, and being able to share it with my teammates is exciting and fun. And I love it. My teammates, they support me no matter what. If I'm not even hitting my shots, they're just like, keep shooting, keep taking it. And if you don't see it, then I'm here.
Yeah.
That's very similar to the keep shooting. The support system was very similar to what your two sophomore teammates were saying about the culture you older girls have really instilled on them. Is they understand that the criticism, the passion on the court, right? It might come out in a yelling tone, but it's all love, and it's just trying to get them better. And that just speaks volumes. As a high school program, to be able to have that communication, that on-court communication, even off-court communication, and feel supported while you're getting kind of criticized for something that you do, that's huge.
I'm glad they feel that way, because I apologize to them so much for yelling at them.
Yeah, that's exactly what Lainey said. She said, I got yelled at by Bryn, whenever it was during the game, and you sat down on the bench and you said, hey, I didn't mean to yell at you. And they're like, oh, no, I deserved it. And, that says a lot about who you guys are.
Yeah, it says a lot about them for wanting to learn.
Yeah, because if underclassmen can take criticism, right, your team is only going to build. And you see that a lot in other sports. I told them that, where younger classmen get criticism and they just fold, or they don't listen to it, they tune it out. But that just speaks to the culture you girls and Coach Van Leer have built with the team, that everybody's a part of it, everybody's learning. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome to see.
Special.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think that's all we got for you.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Great game.
It was fun.
It's always fun watching you out there.
Felt good to get that one back.
Oh, you're not done. You're good. We do dance.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Just kidding. We don't dance. You think I could get Kim to dance?
Yeah, we both know I ain't dancing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First off, congratulations to the Dutch girls on a big win tonight. Thanks to Coach Kemp and Coach Howard for helping out with the interviews, helping out with the commentary. I always definitely appreciate that. So thank you for coming out, Coach.
Yeah, no problem. It's always a fun atmosphere up here with you. I mean, I like hanging out with you, even though we do argue quite a bit. We've done a really good job on the broadcast, though. We don't really argue that much on the broadcast.
That might help viewership, honestly, if we were able to just really get into it one time. Man, there were so many fun memories coaching baseball. Always fun, though. Always fun. One thing I did want to say before we got off here, I did mention it earlier. We do have a broadcast tomorrow night. The boys will take on the same St. James team. They will come here, and same deal. We're probably going to start around 5:30, so anybody that wants to tune in and watch, we still got somewhere over 20 viewers right now, so thank you guys for staying with us. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I definitely appreciate that, and also a shout-out to Majeski's again one time. I always try to mention that several times throughout the evening. Our broadcast and things just keep getting better. We're able to get more students involved. The program continues to grow, and obviously the financial support definitely helps that. And the last thing, Coach, I want to tell you is we were ranked 5th in Class 4 coming into this game, and they were ranked 6th in Class 4.
Okay.
So that's two of the best teams that you're going to see in Class 4 that squared off against each other tonight. The one thing, and I just got that confirmed from Coach Johnson, the one thing that's surprising to me is that we were ranked above them despite them beating us by double-digit points earlier in the season. But then we were able to come back and return the favor now. So
yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see the schedule differences. So maybe we play a little bit tougher schedule.
True.
Other than that, which, I mean, once again, I haven't seen the schedule, so I can't speak to that factually. But that's something that goes into it is strength of schedule, but also like kind of returning girls from that state team that were last year. I mean, we have a bunch of returners. So and our girls, man, they really don't have many off nights. They play some really good basketball offensively and defensively, night in and night out. I mean,
if you look at a game like tonight, Cameron Caldwell comes out, and she would be the first to tell you, I'm sure, that she didn't have a great shooting night or wasn't her best shooting night, but they were still able to win as a team, which there will be nights where Cam Caldwell's unconscious out there and knocking
absolutely.
down three
Her-
after
I mean,
three.
I think her and
but
Allie combined for right around 13, 14 points.
And we put up over
we
50?
Yeah.
50 or something like that?
I think it was 50. I think 51.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's huge for us as a program to have the two of the best players in Class 4.
Yeah.
Kind of have down nights point-wise, but still be able to score that much. Just speaks to the culture, the development of our Dutch girls basketball team.
Absolutely. Before we sign off, I will say one last thing. Make sure you come out, and if you're interested in seeing a game this year, make sure you come out and see one. Next week is homecoming on Friday, where both the boys and girls varsity teams will play Union here, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So this gymnasium, it had a great environment, great atmosphere, great environment tonight. Homecoming will be even bigger. And if you're unable to make it out here and you want to tune into the broadcast, we appreciate that too. But send the Dutch girls and the Dutch men your support, and I know that they appreciate it. I know it means a lot to them. So
yeah, I'll definitely be tuning in next week from Seneca from boys districts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'll be tuning in the broadcast. But yeah, looking up for, like I told Coach Howard, I think you were going to get the girls. All of our winter sports right now are very, very competitive heading into the postseason, which is really exciting.
Yes,
for us as a school. So
yeah.
Anytime you can have boys and girls, we have 4 different sports here in the winter. They're all going to be pretty competitive going into postseason, so that's huge for us.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for tuning in, guys. We will see you again tomorrow night. At least I will. I'll be here. I don't know. Are you going to be around, Coach?
I will not be.
Okay. Well, I will be here. I might have Coach Dave with me tomorrow night because I know that I don't think the girls play back-to-back this week. I don't think they played tomorrow.
I don't think so.
So, well, anyways, thank you guys again, and we will see you next time. I'm heading home.
There we go.